Jesus, King of Mercy, we trust in you.
Radyo Katipunan. News, insights, inspiration. Radyo Katipunan. Down from the hill and down to the world. Radyo Katipunan. The voice of the Blue Eagle.
Get your daily dose of inspiration through our music. Follow JustCom PH on Spotify and JustCom Music in YouTube.
Calling on all young male professionals. Do you wish to live an extraordinary life? Are you tired of the routine and mundane and long for a dynamic, adventurous, and even dangerous life? Do you wish to make your life count and hope to make an impact long after you're gone? Do you wish to live a life of service to society, to country, and to dear Mother Earth? Then you are the one we are looking for. Consider the Society of Jesus. Join the Church's gallant army and turn your world upside down. Call the Jesuits Vocations Promotions Team 426-6101, local 3406. Once again, 426-6101, local 3406.
Coming up next, Level Up Exclusives on Radyo Katipunan 87.9 FM.
Katipunan.
Radyo, 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 Katipunan. Radyo, Katipunan. Radyo, Katipunan. Radyo, 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 Katipunan. Radyo, 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 Katipunan. Sa Blue Eagle kami di mapipigil sa pagbabalitang tumpak at tama. Buhay at tenista sa loob sa labas ng eskwela, ating ibibida lahat ng kwela. Radyo, 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 Katipunan. Radyo, 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 Katipunan. Radyo, Katipunan. Radyo, Katipunan. Kawal ni Ignacio, Katipunero sugod, todo sa kayon, tulong at tulong. Lipat na Blue Eagle, galing giting nagigil. Blue and white, one big fight. Radyo, 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 Katipunan. Radyo, 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 Katipunan. Radyo, Katipunan. Radyo, Katipunan. Radyo, 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 Katipunan. Radyo, Katipunan.
Mga Katipuneros, it's time to level up! Your talk variety program showcasing the best in media and other fields. As we feature the most loved personalities and the best practices of what we truly refer to as Magis. Together with multi-awarded multimedia guru Mr. Noel Ferrer, let's all level up every Friday from 3 to 6 p.m. here on Radyo Katipunan 87.9 FM.
Level up.
Level up, dream big, work hard,
All good already and all the best. And when we say the best, we have the best people here to represent a certain batch here at Ateneo. So we'll talk about best practices and everything that we can learn from a young guy. But before we start, I started the week with a major book launch, and hindi na launch, a book signing activity at the Fully Booked in BGC with Atom and Heidelin. And then we'll be there tomorrow at the Philippine Book Festival. And then for Atom's book again, A View from the Ground. And then we're receiving the award on behalf of Galando Arca, whose book has won the best theater/film book of the year. No? So, and then last night, Justin and I, our station manager, watched this is it showing tonight? It's opening tonight. Anthropology, it had a preview sa Doreen Theater sa Arete. And then, what else? Isa Calzada Syntacler, the cover of that. The first ever cover na sinute daw sa National Museum for the Arts. So, yun, parang bihira to, so you can have a copy. And then, we have as guest here someone who I've seen in Arete, no? When I saw si Faust. And from then on, sabi namin, kailangan nasa Team Noel siya. Nasa pamilya siya. Our topic today is the heartthrobs aren't kids anymore. So, Level Up Exclusive will have less latte and more lifeline. So, talk about weathering the fuel crisis together. First stop, a musician, a former VJ. Hindi ko alam, nag-5 and up pala siya. Theater artist now. And the proprietor, the boss of Sparta PH, and soon to be part of our family. No? So sabi ko, pag absent ako, we'll have this guy and probably Hans Montenegro taking my slot here. Ton Vergel de Dios. Ton, good afternoon.
Hey,
finally, this is happening. So dapat mataas yung energy. Yeah! How are you? This
Thanks
is
for having me.
You're parang a homecoming here.
Yes, I spent most of my life here in this campus.
Okay, tell us about your life here. So here in Level Up, we celebrate who we were, what we love, and what we stand for, and what's next. So, what kind of a student were you?
Oh man.
Were you diligent?
I was not the best student. Sorry,
Okay.
teachers who are listening.
Okay,
but
okay.
I think I can say that to those teachers who I wasn't a good student to, they're probably more proud of me now than
What
they
you've
were
become.
as a student.
No,
Kasi
okay
magulo
naman
ako eh.
yata eh. Okay naman yung magulo, no? Parang, saan ka mas drawn? So, you weren't diligent, but you were what? Last minute?
You know, I was into sports, and I loved playing sports in recess. I played football growing up here. And I guess pag Ateneo ka, Ateneo was an all-boys school.
Okay.
Basketball in the recess with like 5 different sections playing at the same time.
Tambayan mo ay?
Nung grade
Saan?
school, high school?
Okay, college siya. Okay.
In college, sa bahay lang ako kasi dyan lang nakatira yung parents ko.
Okay. So, and then, kasi when may admin kids, may CAF kids, may library
uwian
kids.
ako. I would go to school and I would walk home.
Ang bait. Okay, favorite subject in college?
Oh, it's gotta be the comm class. I was a comm student.
Memorable teachers.
I took all of the classes of Father Nick, if you're familiar. R.I.P. Father Nick. I took Asian cinema, elements of screen art, Filipino cinema.
Alam ko kung bakit.
Kasi
nagsab ako sa Filipino film class niya. Kung wala siya, si Paul Dazor ako yung gumagawa nun. Pero
so you know why I take it. It's just a reflection paper. Reflection paper. Kasama ko dyan mga UAAP basketball
tapos
players.
Tapos kukunin niya yung paper mo kung maganda. Tapos ipa-file niya yun. So Father Nick Cruz.
Father Nick. And then there used to be a class that was here called Visual Communication by Miss Isabel Kenny, who also passed away na rin. Pero it really talked about how tinitignan yung movies and shapes and colors and how they can communicate. So that really taught me a lot.
We wish we had more practical, no? More on the job training kasi sa UP ganun nga at kahit sa Benil daw ngayon, it's really more output
100%.
oriented.
That's very true.
But we're really good at research.
Yes.
Grabe yung
Ateneans are good at research. That's very true. And
in your core subjects, who do you remember?
In my comm subjects?
Core
in my core subject. Of course, my philo teachers are the ones I remember.
Did you get the hard ones?
Si Joke Guevara yung pinaka naalala ko. In fact, there's sa banda ko, meron kami mga thank you sa album. Isa siya sa mga thank you kasi he inspired so many of our songs.
That's it, no? The frame of mind. Really for the philo teachers. Did you go for the terror teachers or did you go for the...
Sometimes without any choice, but then nangyayari. And then I guess in the philo world, hindi naman terror, pero more of... Filipino teacher where I learned philo from is Sir Ron Capinding, who was my high school advisor.
Okay naman.
And even into the acting, kahit di naman ako artista, tinutulungan niya ako.
Tama naman yun. And then, Ron was able to teach us na, oo nga, may buhay kahit wala ka na sa atin.
100%.
This is shooted here. And then, school traditions that you were like part of, UAAP, you were there.
I'm a huge fan of UAAP. Okay. And I spent in my college years, yun yung 5 years yata straight panalo. So sanay ako every year may bonfire dito. So I think I'm kind of spoiled with UAAP.
Yeah. Ano pa? Like, some other school traditions that you like took part in?
I guess being an athlete.
Were you active in school? Were you in an org?
I was always a football player. So I guess being a football player, kasama dyan yung mga, syempre, Ateneo, Lasal, and those kinds of things. Pero
I have friends like meet up every week. Yan, kahit alumni, nagkasama ka doon, sumasama ka doon?
Hindi naman every week, pero yung football kasi...
At sila ng probinsya, di ba? Parang ganun, ibang Ateneo.
Yeah, maliit lang yung mundo.
You know sino Mark Lacdao?
Hindi.
Younger.
Probably. I'm an old guy. So
okay. And then, other things in campus that parang you remember?
Well, being in a band on campus was always a big thing. So I was,
Blue
in terms
Rose
of...
or Sam.
Yes, I was always performing in these events.
Fair.
Although never ako nagteatro sa Ateneo.
Dahil, yun nga, I surprised when you made a tribute to your mom.
Yeah.
Nasabi mo, this is your first production. Why?
Well, I shout out to my mom. My mom was the most active mom growing up. She made sure that parang pag summer may activities kami magkakapatid, whether it's swimming lessons, soccer lessons. Ako yung Mom, pwede ba ako mag-theater workshop?
Finally.
Yeah, at 8 years old, I was like, Mom, can I do this theater workshop? I saw my cousin do Gaston, so I want to do that.
But you were already parang not you're extroverted already, so there's no need for you to do that. I know Atom.
You know, I was a shy kid in general.
You were?
But I think theater was what brought me out of my shell. You know.
An Atom you said you worked with and
right.
5 and Up.
Hindi ko siya naabutan as co-reporter, pero si Atom parang kuya-kuya ko yan eh. Actually, may isang time si Atom, sinamahan ako nung probably 11 years old ako, tapos nakita ko yung crush ko in public, and I saw Atom, and he's like my kuya. He was probably like 18, 19, and he was the one who kind of told me what to say, and you know, it wasn't good advice. No, I shouldn't have listened, but thank you, Atom.
Pero yun nangyari, parang kasi he was a shy kid daw. The parents wanted him to socialize. At yun, nag-Ateneo Children's Theater at nag-sports. So, yun pinasok mo.
Well, hindi ako nag-theater sa Ateneo. Kasi I was doing theater, I guess, outside. You know, I did theater in the time nung nasa Shangri-La pa siya. And, you know, being a guy who goes to Ateneo, where at the time it was all guys, I want to see girls.
Yeah, that's true.
So being a guy,
as a rep yun.
It's a rep. You're 5 guys and 30 girls.
Okay.
In Ateneo, you're 40 boys.
Iba na ngayon.
Right. If I were in this day and age, I might be in theater in Ateneo. But
so what roles did you play in rep?
Oh gosh, my first one was Jack in the Beanstalk.
Talaga?
And actually, yung nanay ko sa Jack in the Beanstalk, si Christine Aliado, who is now a big star. She was my mom. I did a bunch of other shows. Hindi ko na rin maalala yung iba, pero yung mga teacher ko sa mga workshop, sila rin yung mga nakatrabaho ko.
That's okay.
The ones who are still around, you know, they're directors.
And then why did you carry that when you were in college?
I guess performing hindi nawala mula nung theater days ko.
But music
kasi naging banda na.
Okay.
And you know, Sir Noel, for me, this is a hot take. I think that for straight young boys, the theater growing up is WWE wrestling.
Well, yeah, that's true.
It is, pretend and, it's theatrical. And I think I realized this recently na parang
and you wing that also in Philo Orals. In Theo Orals,
correct. So for me, my influence with theater, I would say, is The Rock, Stone Cold, and yung mga real wrestling or theater actors.
And so you were acting while you were performing in a band. So how did the band go?
Yung band, for me, I really thought that's what I was gonna do in college. You know, I was like, I'm gonna be a rock star and play with the bands. I grew up watching bands like Sponge Cola, Urban Dub,
and
Bamboo.
you were singing their songs, or you had the originals?
We would sing our original songs, but we would, syempre, because these guys were singing their original songs. We wanted to sing our original songs.
And you were writing most of them.
Yes.
Galing. So at least, yun nga yung creation, you're not only like singing other people's songs, but so Sponge Cola influences.
Yes, Sponge Cola was definitely one. Ito yung mga banda sa Ateneo, kung I guess at 14 years old around Katipunan, kung lumabas ka, yung makikita mo mga banda ay Chico Sai, Sponge Cola, Urban Dub, Kwan, Boy Elroy, Plane Divides the Sky. These are all the guys that influenced me into...
So Marcabaya,
definitely. I think I watched their very first gig of Kwan here in Cafe in Katipunan. All those years ago. I was
those?
very young.
You miss those?
Oh man, wala nang ganun dito. There's no rock band bars.
Ganun
there used to be Route 196 here in Katipunan Extension. Mayrix, naabutan pa ng banda ko. We got to play there.
Tumatanda. Pero
it became Sazzy's.
Yes. And then meron pa dyan sa, diba?
70s Bistro is still in Anonas. It's still doing well.
Did you do that?
Yes, of course. We performed there. Yeah.
Okay. So, well, naka-perform ka na nun sa mga yan, no? Pero, did you see that as a career or
Definitely. In college, I thought that this was gonna be my career. And then, part of that was naging mix VJ ako at the same time.
Yun na. Okay.
And I think as my
How did you land that?
Okay, so as a 21-year-old vocalist of a rock band, in my mind, okay, if I become the VJ, I'm gonna make mix play all rock songs.
Pero
but obviously,
of course.
if you're in ABS, you're just reading off a
Star
prompter.
Records, di ba?
Right?
Yun naman talaga. It's a service unit, di ba?
Right. You're part of a team, and I was very happy to be part of the team. But at 21, I didn't understand that this is the kind of thing na it's only a 6-month contract.
Hindi ka averse na, gagawin ka artista. Hindi mo naisip yun?
At the time, I guess I was really more focused na gusto ko talaga magbanda. Kasi,
so not even yung VJ?
Sa pag-VJ, it was more in the hosting side.
Okay.
Kasi I guess being a vocalist, being a frontman, you end up speaking into the mic, controlling the room, extending the time longer, or whatever it is. And I think that's where I picked up, my experience from 5 and Up.
That was when?
This was when I was in college, so around 2010. When I was in mix.
ASAP already, So you were the ones who put up ASAP.
Right. Actually,
ba't hindi ka nag-crossover doon?
In mix naman, hindi naman nila pinipressure yung mga VJs. So I guess some of the VJs who are there, yung goal talaga nila is
who were your batchmates as mix VJ?
Si Nelsito, right after he left mix, he was part of A-pop. Yung mga A-pop, sina yan, Enrique Hill, Robbie Domingo. So,
naabutan mo sila?
Yes.
And so, hindi ka naman Nicky Hill, hindi.
They were the hosts of A-pop when we were in the host of Mix. In fact, nung nasa VJ search kami ng Mix, pinapasok kami sa bahay ni Kuya. Nung nandun si James Reid, Nadine Lustre, so I got to see the inside of, it's kind of wild, but I don't see it as I was trying to cross over. For me, I see it as a fan pa rin kasi I was really, fan ako ng mga bandang in-introduce ko.
Good naman, wala kayong aversion din na, pwede siya mag-showbiz. Wala kang gano'n.
Well, it wasn't naman na gusto ko
pero may mga gano'n sa mga may gano'n sa mga tinisa.
I guess it was always like hosting for me and banda. Hindi siya, I never saw myself as an actor.
Talaga?
Until recently with Faust, I guess.
Okay. Why so?
I guess because I never had that experience of
or more because
doing
mga
it, no?
taong tulad ni Luis Manzano or Robbie, they deal with reality so much that crossing over into doing narratives might be...
Well, I saw Luis and Robbie, and they are fantastic hosts. And even if they weren't doing anything else except hosting, they'd be great. Diba? So I guess kanya-kanya.
Do you see that career trajectory?
For myself, maybe when I was younger, hosting and stuff. Hosting is hard. I think hosting is not that easy.
But Kaki is part of her family. Sabi niya, pwede.
Kaki's amazing.
Pwede.
I like hosting, these days when I host my friends' weddings.
Ganon.
Ganyan. And I love doing it, but I don't charge them, you know what I mean?
Hindi. Kaya nga, yan, ka na. Ako na, tapos sa'yo lahat yan.
That's my gift for them pag mga wedding.
No, but kunyari, hosting pageants, hosting shows, having your own podcast, probably. Talaga?
I've never tried
even furthering your brand, no?
I guess I've never considered it.
Talaga as a career.
Yeah.
Kasi
hosting, I guess the farthest I've gone was Mix and 5 and Up and Game Plan and most recently with One Sports and Signal. But really, that type of hosting for your VJ is I get really good at reading off a prompter with a green screen behind me.
You're better without a prompter. Pero parang somehow, you have to be known or you have to be recognized kung saan ka magaling. And it seems like dun yung base mo. So it's that, hosting. Plus, now, yun nga, where does that put your music? Is it a priority?
The music is always there. I think once it's out, once the music is out, it's always out. And for me, the performance itch doesn't go away. Once in a while, I'll always want to perform, whether it's acoustic or with my band or with my brothers.
Very good. The writing,
I still write here and there, but I guess they're just more for fun songs that I release that I have here. I have so many unreleased songs.
Let's have a major hit.
The ones I've talked to are some directors who I'm hoping will write rock musicals. Uy, I have lots of songs na may music na pwede mo lagyan ng vocals. Kung gusto mo ng rock musical, way.
Pwede.
Because I think there's not enough rock musicals in the country, and
Meaning you can like play and be MD?
What do you
Musical
mean?
director?
I mean,
for
I have
rock,
songs that
you'd
exist.
be-
And if they want to use the
parang
songs,
fouls.
they exist already.
Or
and-
parang if they have a material, a book, pwede mong
Sure.
lagyan ng
Or
music.
we can write
so
new
it's
words
that.
for it. Or, these are,
Oh.
I think with music, it's very usable in many ways. Kung hindi pwedeng tapon
Ganda.
lang yung isang
Ganda.
song, you can
Ganda.
redo it. So revisit a song
Pero
from...
dapat rock yung genre.
Well, I guess
Hindi naman.
I've always been a rock
Or
guy.
comfortable. Dun.
That's just what I've been comfortable with.
comfortable.
But, I'm willing to, of course,
Pero
try
you were
other
singing
things.
rock songs in another way, no? In the Sifaos,
Right,
no?
right. I had to learn. I mean, thanks
Kasi
to
si Shaira ba naman yung kasama mo? Kailangan
I had to learn a lot.
sumabay ka dun.
Nauna ako ng ilang buwan sa cast with our musical director, si
that's good.
Kabayitan Bautista,
That's
because
good.
he knew that I needed training.
Okay.
Because I haven't been doing this
Nairaos
for
mo naman yun.
years.
Pero pag sabihin mo yung music na kakaiba na hindi rock, tapos acting na
I would love to learn operatic singing. I would
really?
love,
Even
of
that?
course. I admire everyone who sings
that's good.
with that kind of technical ability because it takes years to
At
do
least
that.
you have that openness like that.
100%. I think that's something that even without wanting to perform for other people, I would love to just do a opera workshop.
Galing,
Really.
galing. So writing, performing, going back to school is not an option.
Going back to school
There's
is
no need.
not an option for me. I am of the train of thought that once you can start monetizing what you had from
That's
school,
true.
you shouldn't put money back into school unless you can monetize it more. And in my case, I think, never say never. I would love
Or
to.
parang never stop learning.
Never
but
stop
not,
learning,
not
for
the
sure.
formal school.
I would though, if
Okay.
it is like a business education that will help me with my business, I would
okay.
100% do
Okay,
it.
pwede.
But I guess at this stage in our business, it's not something that's immediately needed.
Okay.
Maybe kapag hindi na ako
Okay.
kasing kailangan, pwede na ako mag...
Oh, let's talk about your business.
Sure.
Oh, where are you there? Being the creative guy, so it's your wife doing the business.
My
plan.
wife is the
Okay,
business
go.
genius. My
Okay.
wife, Amanda Fernandez, is actually the... not only the business genius, she's
Ayan,
also...
tribute sa kayo, Amanda.
She
Okay.
also used to be, all the billboards on EDSA at one point. You would have seen her.
Okay.
So she was closer to the, I guess, showbiz, if you
Okay.
will, on that road.
Pero hindi rin siya nagtuloy.
Well, she went into the hosting side and went
Okay.
into the things that she likes, which is business and
Okay.
football. And, if nobody did what she's doing, there wouldn't be what exists
Even
there.
dati may couple na gumagawa ng exercise in the morning. You see yourself doing that with
Yes.
her.
Oh, I don't know if she could do that. She's probably too busy to be that kind of talent. I don't know if I can afford my wife's talent fee.
Ang sama.
Hey, she charges more than me.
So what's your stake in the business? Well, in the business. What's your role?
To be honest, Sir Noel, I came in as the boyfriend at the time, and I was helping out and being
Talk
supportive.
about the business. Sparta
So
is
Sparta
what? You try
Philippines
to
is
explain that to me.
it's a sports and recreational training arena. That's
Where's
what Sparta.
this?
It's in Mandaluyong.
Okay.
And we have a indoor football facility and a gym and a bunch of other facilities there that are
Okay.
sports and non-sports related. And
And what do you do?
so I'm the vice president now, but
Okay.
at going back, I came in as just the biggest supporter of my wife, who had this cool idea of
So you do programs
creating
there or
sports.
something?
More on the operations and more on the management. So I
Okay.
started as a coach,
Okay.
and the way that my wife and I run a business is we want to be on the ground as much as we can
Coach
before.
meaning you
There's
supervisor.
fitness classes. So we do
talaga?
calisthenics
Okay.
classes. This is one of the things I'm also very
plug mo na
passionate
yan.
about.
So you're there every day?
Not as much
Hindi
anymore. In
naman.
fact, now I'm more in training the coaches than training
Okay.
the students. It's more of
Okay.
a managerial position. Pero I love it. We're helping people extend their lives, improve their quality
That's
of
good,
lives.
that's
It's really something that we can be proud of. Kahit na
And your
it's work.
market is usually what? Students
In that
or
area in Pioneer,
may
it's
matanda?
yuppies. It's folks
good.
who move to the condos to the area who are maybe their first or second home. Maybe it's they're starting a family.
Okay.
But we also have folks who have been around the area for a long time, senior citizens. Kasi beginner gym kami.
Okay.
So if you've never been to a gym before,
Okay.
this is where you learn how to exercise and use your body.
Galing,
And there's
galing,
always
galing.
easier versions.
And there's music there too.
Yes, there's great.
Kailangan.
And you know what? We
Kasi
have
yun yung unique selling proposition.
we have a
kailangan
lot
nandun
of theater artists who work
really?
out there. From chorus
Okay.
line alone, we have like 3 or 4 of the cast members who,
Galing,
and
galing,
you know
galing,
what? They
galing.
keep fit And they go to rehearsals, which are so hard. So, bilib na bilib ako sa mga a chorus line cast, which
And
I'm
we're
watching.
supporting the chorus line
I'm watching
cast ng
next
mga Pinoy.
week. See you
Kasi
guys.
nga, because of the ensemble, di ba?
Oh, this is the best dancing ensemble. Probably the best ensemble we've ever seen in the Philippines.
Yes. So there's music there. What else? What of your skills have been honed by the gym?
Okay, so I guess business, it teaches you how to... It teaches you how to systemize. Yeah, it's true. But at the same time, as a creative person nga, na parang nagsusulat ako ng mga kanta, your creative juices have to go somewhere. And I think as a business person, you're trying to think of creative solutions for problems, trying to create creative ways to reach new audiences, clients, in our case, our students, right? So it's a different way of creativity. And I think when we were able to kind of be a little bit more stable with Sparta and we don't have to fix as many problems, doon ko na feel na yung performance itch ulit. And that's when Nel called me for Faust. And that's timing
good.
lang din
At least
na
may tamang oras
pwede
lahat.
na.
May tamang oras
But I'm lucky
lahat.
that I have a day job that I can kind of leave behind for a few weeks for rehearsal and come back. And my guys, I can trust. My coaches are very
because
good.
you've trained them
Yeah,
already.
they're basically the managers of their own departments already.
Okay.
So.
And going to your, yun nga, parang trajectory, which is then eventually performing. You see that?
I love performing.
As a core.
Performing for me,
as
it's
a core.
something na hindi mawawala.
Okay.
It's an itch that I feel like I regularly need to scratch.
Of the career path, sino nakikita mo parang yun yung molde mo?
That's a tough one. Okay.
Because you will try to like navigate that, papunta doon, pero yun nga, palaging exercise natin sa mga actors. Okay, be able to like corner a market na ikaw lang yung makakapagbigay para top of mind.
I guess it's hard to make it just one kasi hindi pareho.
Who
Pero
do you look up to?
kung meron akong i-hybrid, my friend Reb Atadero, because I like what he's doing with his online platforms. He talks, he speaks his mind.
Nagkukumu pa rin ba siya?
I'm not sure if he's
Kumu, they're
but
so active. No?
But even with his like political rants,
That's true.
I love it because he speaks his mind and he's himself. I think with actors,
I like that.
Especially theater actors.
No, lalo na 2028.
Yeah.
Diba? We need like to prepare people.
We need allies.
That's true. Kailangan natin magparami.
100%.
And then we talked about it here. Parang the creative people can reframe yun reality in such that we're really so polarized. And yung narrative natin ought to like artists have a way of looking for a common ground.
Right. Sir Noel, I know you feel
maganda.
strongly about this.
Yeah.
And for me, the way I feel about this is we need to fight fire with fire. If the evil fights with fire, then the good side needs to know how to fight with fire. And that means we might not be able to play clean all the time. We might have to play by their rules. That's maybe why evil still wins.
You're there. That's why you're there. But siguro less of, kasi ganun tayo, no? Parang, but less of the labels, I guess, or less of the talking of personalities, kasi divided na tayo masyado pag personalities.
I love
but
that.
Yun probably as artists, we're able to like look for common grounds first.
Yes.
And then bring them to, yun lang nga, parang dahil sa ingay, yung the good and the excellent, medyo nasasala.
Yeah. It becomes a fight. And I think it should become a conversation that is educational and, conducive for learning. And if we can
should have a podcast. You should have a podcast.
Baka ko na masabi ko.
Let people talk. Let people talk. Hindi bang gas? Kasi kailangan talaga. So it's going there, no? Parang, may opinion, may purpose. So it's art trying to like making a stand at may productivity din. Pero saan papunta? Parang ganoon. Mamaya with Hans later we'll talk about the adjustment even aside from our lives, even sa theater nga. Usap kasi nag-gab kahapon, parang with the fuel crisis, no? Parang your content has to be so compelling for people to get out of their houses and like really go to theater. Right. So apektado ka ba?
Of course.
Like how?
Well, my business is a gym, and people have to drive to the gym.
That's true.
You know, so if they choose, the gym is, you know, I noticed this and I learned this nung COVID. The gym is a luxury, and it's the luxury you're gonna cut out first when pandemic is happening. You're not gonna pay for this thing. You're gonna pay.
Given that realization, so how are you preparing for that? Ganda ha?
To be honest, sir, we had a really hard time during COVID as a gym, as a fitness facility. You know,
Did you go to people? Kasi hindi naman COVID to, pero do you see yourself like going to yung trainers, going to like houses?
Not yet at the moment for us, because we have a home base. But you know, at that time, hirap na hirap kami, cambio kami. We had outdoors. Sige, we'll move the gym outdoors. Face shield, face mask. It looks dumb. We're gonna do it. You know, as a business, you're just
You went
gonna...
online too?
We did online as well. We did everything
classes,
we did
no?
to survive. Yeah, and it wasn't as successful, but you know, that's the thing. It's kind of like a fuel crisis in the sense that people won't have as much to spend because things aren't as easy to get by.
No, at least may alternatives. At ready kayo.
And
Kung
you can't
nagawa nyo
blame
during the
them.
pandemic.
Yeah.
But you own the place.
My wife is the owner.
Good. Kasi kung nagre-rent kayo, hindi nyo kaya yan.
Oh, we're renting the place. So my wife owns the business, but we actually are renting the facility. Yeah, it's a lot. It's
Mahirap,
a lot. There's still pressure.
Mahirap,
A lot of people think that, you know, it's
Kasi when
easy,
you own the
but
compound, mas madali.
you're still paying a landlord. That's for sure.
So yan, kailangan merong mga step 1, step 2,
There's still
alternatives
things
kung
to
paano
meet,
magagawin.
for sure.
No?
Yeah.
So, and then,
yeah, one of the things that saved us nung pandemic was nagsasublease din kami ng mga area dun sa
For
sa
food?
compound namin. And the businesses that were doing well nung pandemic were studios. So one of the studios there is Erwan Yusuf Studio, the Fat Kid Inside Studios.
For content.
Yeah, see, feature, they shoot all their content there, and they got their success during the pandemic, and that really helped us.
Okay.
Because we weren't doing well during the pandemic.
Okay.
So having alternate sources. And all this,
Ang galing,
business stuff is
ang
my wife.
galing.
This is all this.
Talaga?
It's not Chamba, it's my wife Amanda Fernandez, who is really the business genius in our family business.
Okay na yan. And then your role is what? There.
Well, I'm the
Parang
husband of
sili-
owner.
Hindi lang. The active participation is what? Where?
No, syempre, we're
training people,
the way
getting more people skills.
The way na hinati namin in the start is siya si football, ako yung fitness. Because she's really
okay.
really good at football. She could have been national team if she wanted to,
Okay.
but she decided to create a football field and help the football infrastructure in the way that a lot of theater folks want to create theaters. That's how my
true.
wife is with football. She really wants to
Ang galing.
create that venue for kids.
For grassroots.
For grassroots, we have
talaga?
academy for kids, for really beginners.
Ang galing.
So it's different compared to, I guess, where I grew up in a school na parang it's part of a organization where you just join that organization and your coaches are hired by the school, like PE teachers and stuff. I guess what we're trying to do is really create a holistic environment where families can come and feel safe. Kahit yung viewing area ng field, indoor with couches, it's just a little bit more community-oriented.
Magaling. So it's a whole community there. And then, who takes care of your kid? Pag ganon.
Kami, syempre. We're full-time. We're full-time parents.
Dinadala nyo sa ano?
Yes. My little boy is the mascot of Sparta. Everyone there. He says hi to everyone, which is, he's cute. So
At nakuha niya sa tatay at nanay niya yung
Hopefully.
The charm, I guess.
We'll
no?
see.
Okay. Now, where does the theater play in that whole thing? So parang you can do theater once you're off from gym. Anong priority nun? Parang, now that you're trying to carve a career.
Yeah, to be honest, Sir Noel, I'm still trying to navigate all of that. And, with Si Faust, it was my first time to kind of split my time.
Yes.
And it worked out. Luckily, yung schedule namin gumana. I think we were rehearsing 3 times a week pero longer days. So, kumbaga, I made it work na lang with the schedules. And I can see it as something I can do a few times a year, a show. Maybe not wall to wall like some of my friends who do show to show, but if there's something
But without the business, can you survive with a theater salary? Hindi rin.
No.
Ang bilis
Can I survive? Can my son survive?
Mahirap.
Parang mahirap. Yeah.
So it's not a main thing.
Honestly, I would say that it's a blessing that I'm able to do what I like.
Oh, Eugene Domingo, magsasave siya ng 2 years before she does a theater project. Kasi alam mo talaga you're not there for the money.
And from the folks that I've met who are in theater, each and every single person, whether they're actors or stage managers, they're giving up something.
That's true.
They can make
That's
money
true.
elsewhere. That's
true.
more.
That's true.
They've chosen to be in theater because they love it, and that's what I've seen. It's very consistent with every single person in theater. Is they really choose
Grabe yung passion,
to be there.
deliberate talaga.
So it's really contagious. It's hard not to get to their level
or
when
to
everyone's like
slack,
that.
Kasi grabe sila. But second, yun nga, yung commitment to theater, pero how will that play into the other things? Because aside from the gym, do you see yourself as a content creator? Or doing hosting, being a personality?
Not as
or wala
much.
Nga, nakakainis ka.
Not as much. In
Talaga?
fact, when I had a son, parang ginawa kong private yung mga social media ko.
Okay.
And it was...
And that's understandable.
It was kind of like a reaction lang kasi hindi ko pa napoprocess, I guess, yung how I want to...
But things have changed and you know that.
Right,
Parang
right.
wala ka ng TVC masyado but it's really more in social media.
Right,
So how
right.
many followers do you have?
On my Instagram, I don't know. I don't keep count of these things.
Pero yun na nga, advertisers would have that as a Bible.
Do dead accounts count? Because I've had followers who are...
Talaga yun, but they should follow you. So, yun yata yung paramihin natin. No? Pero eventually...
No, to be honest, sir, it's more about the quality of followers,
Tama naman yun. Para directed yung audience.
Like, you have celebrities who have followers, pero parang 1 million followers, pero 200,000, parang it's their name with their natics and whatever. That's not quality followers. I think
and
are the
good
people.
Engagement too,
Sure,
and
engagement.
the
Really care about what you post. Aren't just like
Okay. But you see yourself like doing more content.
Sure. I don't have a TikTok yet, so that's something I need to.
Okay, because alam mo, music is consumed there.
I've noticed, and I have a lot of unreleased music and performance itches. So I guess
that's... Para kasi Mike Shimamoto, marami rin siya pero nasa space lang niya.
Shout out, Mike.
At ibang-iba yung yung orientation. So that, other things in the business, hosting is okay, no?
I used to do a lot of hosting, and to be honest, sir, it's hard. It's not as fulfilling as theater in the sense that...
But we have a dearth of, hosts, really capable hosts. So, yun, parang sabi nga ni Kaki, welcome addition siya dun sa mga taong pwedeng i-consider mag-host for product launches.
I believe with Kaki Teodoro, ang hinost namin ay isang fun run yata na may band performances.
Diba?
And you know what? That's so fun.
And she
Even just being there. Ako rin, diba? Even just being there. Tapos napanood ko dun si Barbie's Cradle, ay Barbie Almalbis, and all these bands. Parang for me, just being there, hindi siya trabaho eh.
Yun nga, doing what you want.
So I guess
but
there's
then Christmas parties, gano'n.
I mean, obviously, if the juice is worth the
squeeze.
squeeze.
You have your hosts here. At least that. Yun nga, kasi we're looking for, diversified uses of ton. Saan pa? Aside from host, actor,
acting experience, I've done theater. I'm not super comfortable even saying I'm an actor yet just because...
Paul, yung ginagawa ng Jesscom, please, is here at my Spanish visa.
Oh, yeah. let me use my Spanish passport. I don't speak that many words, but I can say no entiendo.
So you're really... you have a Spanish passport?
I have a Spanish grandfather.
So hindi na kailangan
who
ng
is
permission.
sanguinis. Your blood is...
So where did you get the talent?
Where do I get the talent? That's a good question. If you ask my parents are not into performance.
But they enjoy.
But this is what I will brag about, and my musical directors of my place will know this. Yung great-grandfather ko, I see... His name is Julio Anguita Esteban, and he was the first dean of music of UST. The hymn of UST, siya yung nagsulat. So, walang nakakagets nito except yung mga taga-conservatory ng UST.
So, it's your father's
He's
side?
My mother's grandfather. So, siya yung
must
Espanyol
be
na lumipat sa Pilipinas.
Early, memorable music experience that stuck with you?
Man. There's a lot. But I was raised by my dad on Frank Sinatra. So with us, it was Twinkle Twinkle, ABC, New York, New York. So at 3 years old, 4 years old, kabisado ko na yung New York, New York. Alam mo yun? Sing for
Hindi
your
lang linggo,
dad.
kasi linggo, ganun yun, di ba?
No,
sa inyo araw-araw?
it was every day. That tape
my God.
player, I would ride with my dad. He had office in Makati. So buong side A, side B ng New York, New York, kabisado ko.
Ganun kami ni Rico Blanco, sinasabi namin, pag dandanan natin, we can do standards too. So you see yourself like doing that. Utsol?
Frank Sinatra, 100%. Beatles,
talaga?
that's all my... para sa akin, those are just normal songs.
Lumang tao
Ako
pala.
ay lumang tao. When it comes to
okay.
music, I think, yun nga, as early as 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, that's my jam.
Talaga? Kunin gitara.
We
Kunin
jam,
mo gitara.
so
Go. Sige na. Let's prove to them that they can do those old songs. So hindi ka lang rock talaga. So pwede. Okay. Yan na po, may host kayo at ito, isang lumang tao na isang rock star na pwede pong mag-acoustic or hindi ko natin paano siya mag-Frank Sinatra or probably Beatles. Pero yung mga bata naman to, di ba, gumagawa yung Beatles talaga pero kakaiba lang yung tama.
Sure.
Okay. So, can I use this mic, Jo? Parang baka mag-work with this. Hindi niya hawakan. Okay, game. Nag-work yan, Jo.
Check.
Thank you. Okay.
Okay. So, just to show you how old my music...
So, lumang tao. Okay.
Wait, another mic.
Okay. Lagay na lang dito. Ayan. Sige. Game, go.
I don't want to set the world on fire.
Okay.
I just want to start a flame in your heart. In my heart I have but one desire, and that one is you. No other will do.
Galing! Okay. But how do you sing Beatles your way?
Of course, if you're a musician, I think you want to learn the original way.
Okay,
You know what I
sige.
mean? But
Pero nag-hear there and everywhere. Mga
Anything.
ganun lang.
You name the song.
What? Okay na Beatles na ginagawa mo, pero you do it your way.
Sure.
Not like the original.
oh, darling, please believe me. I'll never do you no harm. Believe me when I tell you, ooh, I'll never do you no harm.
Such intensity, Ganun talaga. Hindi naman wala yung pagka-rockstar.
Of course.
Talaga. So, aside from Beatles and Frank Sinatra, so nag-progress ka to what? Did you go boy band?
Of course. I
talaga,
grew up in the
what?
90s, so my auditions in my repertory workshop auditions would be Get Down or Quit Playing Games. You know?
Okay. Game. Ano?
Okay, you want that? You want some boy band?
Playing game.
Quit playing games with my heart. My heart. I should have known from the start. My heart. With my heart.
Galing.
But you know, Sir Noel, when I audition these days for
Hindi na
shows,
pwede yan.
what they usually say in auditions is show your range.
Okay.
And you know, I'm a baritone range, but I
Okay.
like flexing the range because why not? It's an audition, right?
Yeah.
So here's something I would sing for the range, and this is a shout out to Fee Palmos.
Okay. Fee's part of the family too.
I know, idol ko
go.
rin yan. Pag-ibig ko sa'yo, tunay at totoo. Sintamis ng wine, sintatag ng sunshine. Tunghayan mo sana ang aking pagsinta.
That's a range.
Langit ng puso o ang pag-ibig mo, sinta. Panaginip ng gising, nakatulala sa hangin, nagsusumithing damdamin, kahit halik lang ang akin. Nababaliw ko sa'yo, bawat silabot ng puso ko, sa isang sulok na lang umiibig sa'yo, sinta.
At nasabi mo kanina, dream mo talaga mag-perform sa Petawiso.
Yes.
Dahil?
And you know what? That's one of my favorite plays. Is
Yeah, of
Rock of
course,
Ages
of
because I'm a
course.
huge Ages fan.
Talaga?
Yes, I
Yan na
once
yung parang, yung range nito. Okay.
I once went all the way to Tagaytay just to watch Ages in Casino Filipino.
Amazing, di ba? Ibang klase sila, di ba?
I love them.
Oo, And they write their songs, kaya hindi nila ma-revive. Hindi ma-revive kasi they own
hindi na
the
sila
rights.
kompleto, so it's just, you know. Now, it might not happen again, but if they need a singer, you know,
pwede dyan ka lang.
might audition.
Or another Rock of Ages. But sino yung pinaka-influential na tao sa music sa'yo?
Oh man. You know, being in a band in grade school in Ateneo, 12, 13 years old, back in 2003, 2004, it was Sponge Cola for me. It was Yael Yuzon. As a frontman.
You remind me of him.
He's a huge influence.
At yun, kahit pagsasalita, di ba, Yael, kanya si yakin na ng talk.
True. Together, we don't make sense.
May ganyan yan.
Puro kalokohan lang yung nangyayari.
One of my best friends in the business is Shasha Padilla. So, nung sila na ni Karel, talagang kasama na siya sa mga family gatherings, and Yael would really just entertain people with like
I love him. He's the best. He's so funny.
Pero ito, yung highlight ng Yael music was Anima Christi. Di ba? Parang, huy, ginawa ni Yael yung Anima Christi ng mass song. How would you do that?
Me? Okay, give me some.
Yan. The range of Ton. Ton doing rock or Ages, and now he's doing Anima Christi.
Atinista pa rin. Laking manuling.
Nagulat ka na si Yael gagawa ng Anima Christi.
You know, not really, because he's, din yan Sibol performer din yan
Pero galing, di ba? Parang, si Yael ginawa Anima Christi with Gabriel.
So I used to watch him in the bars here in Katipunan at 14 years old. And that was Sponge Cola's first album, second album. Yan yung mga times
para kang siya.
Highly influenced by...
Kung hindi siya singer, pero singer, magaling naman siyang singer at songwriter, pwede siyang host.
And his brother's a great actor.
That's true also, yes. Yeah. Yan. No?
And his younger sister is a great actor, si Isab, who actually used to manage my band.
Talaga?
Yeah, she used to manage my band back in college. So I'm very close to the Yuzons, and they're not only influential, but they're my friends. When they say don't meet your heroes, here's an exception.
Galing.
But he's a great guy.
Grounded. So what's something you wish people or a person told you when you were starting your career?
That's a great question. I would say probably just to have more fun.
Talaga?
Yeah.
And you miss that?
Yeah, of
you were
course.
pushing it?
I think I took myself too seriously, even in college.
Pero at least ngayon, di ba, masaya ka na lang.
Masaya naman ako. But then, of course, I have no regrets.
You're competitive.
I'm very competitive. I think being in business, you have to be a little bit competitive, at least with yourself.
Ba't kayo ganyan? Sina Kaki, sina Mike. Ganyan din. Hindi pong perfectionist, no?
Mike is another one. You know, Mike and I, we have, I know him from Acafellas.
Yes.
Oh, I thought you meant Mike Salomon.
At lahat sila rin, no?
Mike Shiramoto as well, because, he's the soloist growing up in all of the choirs.
At hindi lang siya gagawa ng kahit anong kanta, di ba? You know that.
100%.
Mike Salomon is
Mike Salomon, I know him as the beatboxer.
Yeah, that's true.
So if you're as old as me, you know him as the beatboxer of Acafellas. But he also was...
But we're crazy enough to make him do an album, yung homework. So I said
he's that good.
In charge.
And I'm a big fan of Mike Salomon's work. And a lot of people talk
genius,
about
diba?
even like Bar Boys.
That's true.
And for me, Bar Boys, that's his very first original musical. So I'm super excited for kung ano man. Sabi ko nga sa kanya, Mike, rock opera, rock musical.
Nandyan ka lang.
Hello.
But one of the best interpretations of Kaleidoscope World.
Yes.
Siya. At yung Beatles na Here, There, and Everywhere, parang na-mash up niya sa Kaleidoscope World. Ang galing ng utak. Malikot lang yung utak. So that. So Mike.
As seen in Bar Boys.
That's true. Buti na nakita ko rin yung dyan. Kasi yung when I first saw it, napagod ako for the performers.
Oh, man.
Pahinga,
I have so many friends who are in Bar Boys. Sobrang gagaling ninyo. Ang dami niyong energy.
Parang gusto mong sabihin, mag-ingat kayo, i-reserva niyo yung boses kasi pwede kayo magkasakit.
As a side kwento, so yung arete, performance ng si Faust nasa second floor sa Doreen. Sa first floor si Barboys. Naririnig ko yung from the stairway. So just to give you an idea how hardcore their show is. Pag tapos na yung si Faust, hindi pa sila nag-i-intermission even though we start at the same time. And they're like dancing and singing the whole time. So props to if you were in Barboys or you know these kinds of shows, Shrek even.
Ang galing.
Sobrang.
But you see yourself doing that?
I cannot dance like these guys. Dancing is not my...
You tried in Free Faust.
I need to... Siguro ilang dance workship yung kailangan ko. Especially from our choreographer from Faust, si Jim Ferrer, who's in chorus line. Yeah, I'll need you, Jim. I'll hire you for a few months so you can prepare me for that. But why not? Why not? Never say never.
At babalikan niyo yan pag ginawa mo ulit yung si Faust. Okay, I want to know what you're reading now. Do you still read?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, like what?
Well, for me, reading is kind of in the self-help and business world now for me.
Okay.
So, to be honest, I'm a big fan of yung mga books ni Kiyosaki.
Okay.
Na I'm not a fan of the dude, but I'm a fan of his books.
Pero panglaban natin yun sa dementia at Alzheimer's.
And hindi kasi ako business student. I took up communication here.
So it's really that.
So for me to kind of learn something that can help me in my work, especially in the management side where it's not necessarily small things, micromanaging. It's more like what big things can you do that can make an even bigger effect.
Binabasahan mo yung anak mo?
Yes.
Wala. Ayan, good. At least that.
He's already talking and he's at the stage where he's pretending to read. So, can you read this?
Galing.
So, the pretend read, I support that.
Okay.
You know, he loves words.
What are you listening to now? Playlist.
In terms of playlist, I like playing music myself.
Okay.
So when I have free time,
kotse, wala kang
sa kotse, hindi ako masyado nag-music. It's more podcasts as well.
Okay.
You know, so it's more
that's
listening.
How you consume media, no?
Yeah.
Podcast na.
Yeah. I like playing music. I like telling people that I always have music in my head, so I don't really need earphones or anything.
Okay.
So like, I have that ADHD brain that's always on, I think.
Okay.
I don't know. Hindi ako diagnosed pero feeling ko lang.
Ako rin. Napaka-short ng ng attention span.
Yeah.
What do you watch? Film, series?
Having a 1-year-old at home, no screen time house.
Oh, very good.
But I love watching movies and shows. I have a long list of shows I have.
Netflix na yun.
Marami akong Netflix that I need to watch na nakaabang. Pero I guess we haven't even turned on our TV at home since mayroon kaming toddler. So
ayun na nga. Mayroon ka pang free TV. Or may cable ka pa.
Do I have cable? Yeah, we do, but I don't use it. No.
Ayun na nga eh. So you consume through
YouTube lang ako
YouTube
mostly.
phone,
Yeah. I like watching
news
on the phone. Yeah.
So ayaw mo na rin. Dati kasi appointed viewing yung kunyari, news na to panoorin natin.
I watch the news. I think especially in
still
a time
on regular TV.
In a time like this, I watch news. On YouTube din, pero syempre ABS, GMA, international news, I think it's good to stay aware at least of what's happening.
Kasi at least yun na vet.
Yeah.
At saka
And even yung mga Fox News pinapanood ko kahit alam kong medyo biased yan. As a communication student, you consume everything and you make your own decisions on what
Pero
is.
you're able to curate na what you want to watch.
Definitely.
Hindi na yung like lahat kahit ano na.
No, not
so
at all.
very deliberate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Deliberate.
That. Next, as an artist, what is something na hindi mo pa nagagawa that you wish you can do? So throw it to the universe and then let's try to make it happen.
So I guess since I'm going back into theater,
yay! He's saying it na.
That's kind of like for me what is like my dream.
But that's a
theater
mantra.
role.
Okay.
And I'm calling it out there. The one I really want to do, alam ko malayo mangyari, is Che from Evita. And I think it's very fitting not only for...
Well, let's create something more local. Na parang ganun.
I love the original ones. It's hard to wish for original ones because you don't know what's out there. But the last 2 shows I've done, Si Faust and Act the Stage Concert, are both originals. And I think that original always has something.
That's true.
Kumbaga,
hindi hirapan mag-Tagalog. Hindi naman.
No, I grew up speaking Tagalog. Si Sir Ron Kapinding magagalit sa akin kung sabihin kong hindi ako nagka-Tagalog kasi M-boy ako sa Filipino honors dito sa high school. So, hindi ko pwede sabihin hindi.
Okay. Ano pa? Throw it to the universe. Dream roles.
Yeah, Che. Judas. Those are the Andrew Lloyd Webber ones. Sorry, Andrew. I don't mean to copyright strike you every time I sing these songs.
Okay. Who will you drop everything to see or to watch?
Oh, to watch? Oh, Paul McCartney.
Talaga.
I would drop anything.
That's what Augie did, huh? Go to the States and then watch Paul
I would watch Paul McCartney, except he's averse to coming to the Philippines. Thank you, Marcoses.
And so, ano yung saysay ng pagiging artist now in the Philippines?
Ano ang saysay ng being artist sa
How
Philippines?
important is it now?
Oh, it's so important to be an artist in the Philippines now. I think in the...
And you wanting it so late in
Well,
your career?
I think what I want for myself is different probably than what most people set out to be an artist for.
Okay.
I think I'm very lucky that I'm able to, turn around and all of a sudden be back in this world.
Yan nga eh.
In
Parang
this
hindi
industry.
ka nagtatrabaho, parang naglalaro.
Yeah, parang tumaligod lang ako sa work tapos nandito na ako.
Okay.
And I guess I'm just very lucky in that regard. Pero I think it's a huge responsibility being an
What
artist.
is that? Parang ano yung role mo, if ever, or probably the thing that you'd want to do as an artist now?
I think bilang nasa entablado ka, artist, or kahit anong entablado, kahit anong medium yan, whether it's camera or stage, tinitingala ka eh. People are looking up at you. So I think it's very important to talk about what's right. And whether it's, in my case, we can talk about wars and corruption all we want. But for me, even as simple things as, abuse in the industry, like even with contracts, something simple as contracts.
Yeah.
A lot of people get abused in this industry with contracts because young folks don't know what they're reading or don't know what they're getting into. So parang nakakaawa, but at the same time, if I were in that world, I would really try to stand up for the younger artists who deserve to be in the limelight, but not only the limelight, but with good contracts that are gonna support them. Not
Pero with
just
the pandemic, I think mas naging conscious yung mga tao with that.
Hopefully.
Working hours.
With kids, with working hours and everything.
And artist
but of course, there's always gonna be artists who will take less than somebody else and take less than industry standards, and it kind of affects everyone. In a sense that parang sabihin mo nang someone is wanting to take less and the industry loves you, but then you're actually taking away from everybody else. You're kind of making the industry not grow.
Let's push it pa. Ano naman yung halaga ng pagiging artist na Pinoy ngayon? Yung parang how important is it to be really a prominent artist na may boses dito sa nangyayari sa atin?
I think it's so important na may boses na artist, and kahit sino ka pa. And I think we were talking about, say, Sponge Cola.
That's true.
He's outspoken.
That's true.
They are outspoken. They speak about their beliefs.
Human rights.
In spite of their fans maybe not agreeing. And I'm sure they've lost fans along the way. And that's really admirable that they kind of just stuck to their guns and what they believe in.
That's true, no?
So maraming artists and non-artists.
You should grow with your artists too, no?
Just
with your fans too.
Right. They forget their values. And I think it's important to remember who you are and why you're doing this in the first place.
Okay.
Or else you're just as bad as these corrupt guys sitting up there.
That's true. If you can only pressure na may magawa through art, no, now. And then meron naman in the States you have yung mga guilds.
Right.
Sana may ganung organization then amongst
and
artists.
I think it's starting to get closer to that, although we don't have them yet.
Theater is so close. But kunyari, musical artists, medyo problema. Kasi parang sa movies, sa mga actors yan, medyo may ayos yung guild eh.
Yeah.
Pero...
And audiences might not like me for this, but I think some productions, not all, should be charging more for plays.
That's true.
Because I know that what a lot of they are trying to do is make it affordable for people.
That's true.
But they need to make money too. If you want to support these guys to keep doing it, it needs to be more sustainable. Like what you asked me, is it enough to be a theater actor and support
your
dad?
family?
No, it's not enough. You have to do other things.
No? But you have gotten a lion's share of audience. Ang nagsasuffer ngayon movies, di ba?
Right.
So parang, at hindi presyo, hindi pera yung problema. Kasi parang yung choice ng mga tao after the pandemic, live events and theater.
Ako, honestly...
Why so? Because of the streaming?
Honestly, Sir Noel, may hot take ako dyan. I think it's the Netflix stuff and the quality. So one of my favorite shows that's local is Maria Clara Atibara. I think it stands the test of time.
Okay.
And when that came out, parang kumbaga para sa akin, it's a line in the sand na if you're making something that's not this good, people aren't gonna go watch it in the movies because you can watch it on Netflix
That's true.
for less money.
Eh, lalo na, we'll talk about the crisis after, no? With our guest. Parang, your content has to be so compelling
Right.
for people to get out of their houses to watch
Right.
you, no? So that's it. Oh, we'll end your interview with your song now. What's the best song that will like...
All right, I want to do an excerpt here of maybe from my dream role that I want to do.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Ayan na.
I think you might like this because you
Yan
like
na. Your range.
you have your
Go.
political side.
Yeah.
Oh, what a circus, oh, what a show. Argentina has come to town over the death of an actress called Eva Peron. They've all gone crazy, mourning all day and mourning all night, falling over themselves to get on of the misery ride. Oh, what an exit, that's how to go when they're ringing your curtain down. Demand to be buried like Eva Peron. It's quite a sunset, good for the country in a roundabout ways. We've made the front page of all the world's papers today. But who is this Santa Duterte? Why all this howling, hysterical sorrow? What kind of goddess has lived among us? How will we ever get by without her?
That's Son Vergel de Dios for us here.
Thank you.
Next up, we're having someone to do some adulting and unfiltered talk. Hans Montenegro, whom we miss so much. After these words from Radyo Katipunan, we'll have Hans Montenegro here. Yay! How are you?
We'll be coming right back.
Katipunan.
Voice of the Blue Eagle, kami di mapipigil sa pagpapalitang tumpak at damok.
Sa labas ng kwenta, ibibida
The voice of the Blue Eagle, the voice of the Blue Eagle.
Tawag ni Ignacio, Katipunero, sugat mo todos at tayo, tulo at tulo. Di pa
Blue and white, moon big fly. The voice of the Blue Eagle, the voice of the Blue Eagle.
Katipunan.
Radyo Katipunan, 87.9 FM.
You pick it, we play it. This is Request 879 on Radyo Katipunan 87.9 FM.
Join Cardinal Luis Antonio Tagle as he delivers to us the preachings of the Sunday's Gospel that's awe-inspiring yet easy to understand and appreciate. Let us all listen to the Word of God here on The Word Exposed on Air. Only on Radyo Katipunan 87.9 FM. Radyo Katipunan. News, insights, inspiration. Radyo Katipunan. Down from the hill and down to the world. Radyo Katipunan. The voice of the Blue Eagle.
A BPO company, Verges, and then and now he's the head of the corporate services department and HR of Meralco. No? Parang part of HR and then corporate services. Well, my good friend, who's like part of, well, sabi namin to, kung may mag-eulogy pag namatayan, kasama tong taong to, kasi I'm Team Hans. Hans Montenegro, how are you?
Hey, Noel.
How are you?
Back here. Hi,
yeah. So, Ton will ask you questions. Kasi at this part, sabi ko nga, adulting unfiltered talk. So, how are you now?
How am I? I'm wondering why you got me to be the adult.
Kasi hindi. No, you can ask questions.
So I brought my bill here, no?
No, he's from media and he started your career as a media person. So, learnings from there. Napag-usapan na natin much of that, and you heard him also kung ano yung expectations niya sa business. But you saw it from in front of the camera and then behind the cameras too. So, ano yung pinaka natutunan mo when you engage in media?
Well, like everything else, diba? Like everything else, when you're on cam, you think about the quality of your performance, of course your craft, you're a purist, diba? And then what other work can you do to make yourself better? And then when I crossed to the other side, I was in management for ABC5, diba?
Yes. He was a psych graduate. Kaya yung psych major was so tight during that time.
Suddenly it's a business. Like everything else. It's like, okay. Diba? I get artists here.
Yeah.
You know, the first thing on my mind is, what's my programming mix?
That's
Secondly, is this going to resonate with my audiences? Because at the end of the day, I'm after viewership, I'm after advertising.
Pero makatao ka pa rin. Yun yung kaibahan doon.
You can't lose that.
That's true.
I mean,
true.
let's not mince words. There are people there now, I really don't
Ruthless,
care about you and your craft.
Yeah.
I care about the bottom line that you bring to this company. And the minute you start not bringing in that bottom line, I want to look for somebody who will.
That's true.
That's also why I got out. Parang, with all respect to all the folks that came ahead of me, right? I took a look at the law of averages. Ilan lang ba ang Dolphy?
Totoo yan.
Ilan lang ba ang FPJ?
Totoo yan.
In short, ilan lang ang tumatanda sa industriya ng matagal?
Yeah.
I mean, I had contemporaries, and I don't want to name them because I don't want to throw any shade, right?
Yes.
I had contemporaries when I was really doing this full blast in 01, 02, 03. So take yourself back to the big names back then.
Yeah.
It's not unthinkable for you to say, oh nga, no, asan na yung taong yun?
Totoo yun.
How many was last?
Totoo
Right?
yun.
And not
Tapos beyond gamit sa mga tao, di ba? You saw them as real people and you had good personal relationships with them. And in the end, hindi yung popularity. They remember you because of how you dealt with them.
Well, yeah, diba, there's that saying, it's not what you did or what you said, it's how you made people feel. It is true though.
Kahit ang hirap dun sa business natin, no? Kahit sa industriya natin.
Yeah. It is true. You'll remember. I mean, I remember folks who were not fun to work with. And I remember people that were an absolute joy to work with.
But BPO company, when you went to Converges, how was that?
That was insane. Was
Was that the reason why you went to the countryside? Di ba? Or iba pa?
You mean when I had to go and put up one?
Umalis ng Maynila. Ano kung mamimilso na? Hindi pa yun.
Hindi yung pandemic
okay, yeah.
07, 08.
Yeah.
We wanted to expand, and we realized, shout out to our Visayas, brothers and sisters, that the quality of the workforce in Cebu and Bacolod is fantastic.
Galing. Okay.
There's this misconception na sa Manila lang. I beg to disagree.
Sabi na natin, di ba? If we're serious about development.
Oh, huge.
Probinsya talaga.
Huge.
Yeah,
huge.
that's true. That's true.
Yeah. And so we started building locations there.
Galing,
And
galing.
we started taking our clients there, and then we started. And at the end of the day, you know,
Gano'n naman kaiba pag BPO
data
company?
data wins the game, right?
Yun eh.
And when
Yun
I showed
yun.
the performance of the locations in Cebu and Bacolod versus Manila,
Yeah.
mas,
So it's
mas
building.
mataas ang Cebu, Bacolod
Galing.
sa Manila.
Okay.
So,
Nakaipon ka doon? Kasi alam ko
Nakaipon?
sa industry, sa showbiz, hindi ka masyado kasi,
Oh,
di ba parang nandun ka managerial job administrative work.
yeah.
And then now, nung nag-BPO ka,
Well, okay, there's the
boss ka doon.
There's the I worked my way up.
Yeah.
But there's number one, there's steady and regular salary.
Yes.
You never have to think twice.
Yes.
Then you have performance bonuses.
Okay.
So yun yung
Galing.
wag kang gastador, wag kang waldas. Hindi makakatipid ka.
So,
I know people who built houses, supported families, all throughout my BPO career.
Good for you, hindi mo kailangan maging politiko na to earn that.
Yeah.
Yun, di ba? Parang at least, yun, merit. Kasi
Merit,
sinasabi
merit.
nila,
I
yun
think
yung
that
training
is-
natin sa Ateneo eh. Hindi sinasabi na pagdating mo sa ground, mas may malaking complexity na hindi merit yung yung nabibigyan.
Doon ako
ng-
natuto talaga ng meritocracy.
Okay,
Solid.
at
They were
least.
ruthless.
Uh-huh.
And ruthless like, if you
Results.
did well, I'm gonna put a lot of stuff in your pocket.
Okay.
But if you did not, I will tell you to your face, you're not carrying the weight.
Okay.
Maybe this isn't the right place for you.
Galing na learning.
Right.
But, yun nga, paano ka na-convince mo malik dito? Or go to Meralco?
Oh no. So Benalco is my first Filipino company in my life.
Okay.
And I will tell you this very
Okay.
candidly.
Okay.
When Boss MVP called me,
Okay.
you know, and he said, I need somebody who can help us
HR,
digitize
no? Yes.
and elevate the employee experience.
Good.
Right?
Good.
Because we serve the Filipino people. There was a nationalistic streak in me that jumped out and said, I think it's
Buti
time.
naman.
I've served global companies and global customers
Pinoy naman.
all my career. I think it's about time I serve my countrymen.
How did you convince your wife and your whole family to like, i-uproot na naman tayo, dito na tayo? Kami natuwa. Of course, mga kaibigan mo, hindi na tataunan na, okay, wala si Hans dito, pero...
No, I think for everybody's reference, I moved to Subic kasi during the pandemic. Diba?
Yes.
And I loved it there. I absolutely, I didn't realize I was a country mouse.
Which is good.
People ask me, di ba tahimik doon? Sabi ko, exactly. I like it that way. Hindi na ako naghahabol ng gimmick or...
I have good friends. Gabe Mercados in Baguio
Gabe
and
Mercados
Hansen
in Baguio. I was
in
in
Subic.
Subic, yeah.
Parang, may
No,
ibang
loved it.
input pag nagkita-kita kayo.
Loved it.
Eh.
And I still built a community of friends there. But,
Good.
you know, it wasn't going to bars or we'd go to each other's houses and real interaction, real relationship.
And good family life.
Good
no?
family life. But I also said, you know, this is a phase. I need to prepare the kids for, you know, quote unquote, the real world.
That's true.
And so I said, now let's come back here. Because like they're one kid's in high school, another one's entering high school.
Okay.
So
And the Meralco gig is something na naayos din lahat.
that was God's providence, no doubt.
Walang plano yan, di ba?
Wala.
Okay.
I was working for Accenture when I was living in Subic. I was still working for Accenture
Yeah.
when I came back from
Galing.
Subic, and then suddenly si Boss MVP gives me a call, and I couldn't have planned it better.
Lesson learned kasi yung mga nauna sa atin would think, or our parents, no? Parang be in a company tapos you work your way up hanggang doon ka natatanda.
Well, yeah.
Na iba na yung...
The previous school of thought. I don't wanna
true.
draw lines and say generations.
Yes.
The previous school of thought was longevity was, you know, the ticket to
That's true.
seniority, and in many cases, some people still think that way. But as an HR practitioner, I'll be the first one to tell you, and this is very similar to what Ton does, right?
Yeah.
You need to be loyal to your craft,
Core.
to your development.
Yes.
And if you're in an environment where you are not developing,
Yes.
you don't be hung up on kasi loyalty, kasi ang tagal ko na dito. There is no glory in stagnation.
That's true.
There is nothing to celebrate about. Wala na ako natututunan. Hinihintay ko na lang ma-promote. Everybody else is getting promoted, or I'm not evolving, I'm not developing, I'm not growing. Get the hell out of wherever you are.
Magagawa mo yan sa gobyerno? O nagagawa mo yan ngayon kasi nasa
Tanggalin ko
private.
yung mga... I wish. I would
Yun
love
nga.
to.
So how are you able to do that now with people older than you there in the in the system, in the institution?
Well, there's a lot to be, I don't knock it. There's a lot to be learned
Okay,
from folks
okay.
that have walked ahead of you.
Okay.
Don't ever discount that.
Okay.
Right? I always get asked about the generation. How do we deal
Yes,
with Gen
that's
Z?
true,
Ganyan.
that's
Sabi ko,
true.
every generation has always looked at the generation that's following it and has always looked down on them.
That's true.
The generation of our lolos looked down on the generation of our parents. Our parents looked down on ours.
But you've
And now we're doing the same.
You've young people.
Oh, I have a lot.
Yun eh.
I
May
have a
dala
lot.
kang batang tao.
I have a lot. Yes.
Kasi mas gusto mo kinukontra ka eh. Ganun siya. Ayaw niya. Ayaw
I
niya
don't
yes.
like yes men. Yeah.
Ayaw niya ng yes
No, but
na tao.
I think, and then from a corporate standpoint,
Okay.
my aim really is, it used to be everybody had to talk the same way, march to the
That's
same
true.
beat. That's the
That's
industrial
Yeah.
model.
Yeah.
The way I look at it now, companies need to be greenhouses.
Uh-huh.
When you go to a greenhouse, any plant should be able to grow.
That's
Any
true.
plant.
That's
And I'm
true.
speaking directly to diversity and inclusion. Right?
Yes,
So if a certain plant can't grow in your greenhouse, don't blame the plant.
Yeah, that's true.
Right?
That's a wisdom. So parang,
Right?
natututo
Something's
tayo.
wrong with your
That's true.
culture. If certain
Yeah,
people cannot
yeah.
thrive, but certain people do,
Yeah.
then you have to fix that.
Ang galing. So system talaga yung
Systemic.
kailangan ayusin.
It's systemic.
no?
And you have to challenge the status quo, and it's not going to be easy. And but I always use this analogy, right? I always use this analogy. Yung mga guys that are my age, I showed them, remember the payphone na pula?
Oo.
Tatlong 25. Then yung rotary, then yung digital. Now we're all on iPhones.
Yes.
Di ba when you wanted to evolve, natuto ka?
That's true.
O, tigilan mo ako.
Na hindi mo kaya.
Na hindi mo
Di ba?
kaya or
That's
ayaw
true.
mo.
That's true.
Kasi sa
That's
gusto
true.
may paraan, sa ayaw may dahilan.
Yeah.
And I always challenge everybody, including the young folk. Like even the young folk, like, ay ano yan, hoy, nung nag-umpisa ka, Friendster.
That's
Di ba?
true.
Ngayon naka-IG ka, naka-TikTok ka, naka-threads ka. Which means you evolve.
Bago natin pag-usapan yung crisis, very, very real to Hans. Paano yung mental health? Kasi
It's
you're
a
in
very-
psych too, no?
it's a very real
no?
thing.
Pero nung panahon natin, kasi parang, may pinagdadaanan ka, harapin mo yan.
Harapin
Di ba?
mo, inom mo na lang yan.
Oo, di ba? Pero harapin mo yan. Mababa grades mo, sige,
Yeah.
go.
Oh.
Ituloy mo yan.
Pero, bro, I will always say, mental health was always there.
That's true.
It was always there. We just were lousy at dealing with it
That's true.
2 decades ago, 3 decades ago.
That's true.
It's gotten better now.
Walang nag-breakup leave.
Breakup leave.
Oh, may ganyan ah.
Ganyan.
Breakup leave. Nakipag-break.
Nakipag-break,
Hindi pa may pinagdadaan.
heartbroken.
Oh, yan, may ganyan. Wala pa naman.
They don't call it breakup leave.
Oh, so what?
I'll be the first one to them, take a break. Get the hell out of here.
So okay ka doon. Parang maintindihan mo yon.
Alam mo, how can you tell anyone
Hindi.
what you think about yung pinagdadaanan nila? I find that so arrogant. Right? So you broke up. Malay ko pa kung
How
gano'n ka-
evolved.
Diba? Tapos lalo na kung dito pa nagtatrabaho yung
That's
pinag-breakup mo.
true.
You definitely need a break.
Galing.
Oo.
Now we talk about the crisis doon. As young dads, halos,
Walang traffic papunta dito.
Wala.
ha?
I
Sa
gave
loob ng
myself an hour.
Sa Ateneo, mayroong
Walang traffic
Buti
papunta
hindi nyo
dito.
natuunan,
Katipunan
no?
lang yung traffic.
That's
Para
true,
sa akin,
that's
Mandaluyong.
true. That's
And
true.
I think it's...
The gas.
Yeah,
Of course
people
it
are
is.
not spending. So what about the hybrid cars? Sa Makati, traffic pa rin. Kasi puro hybrid yung mga kotse.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
Exactly.
so that's really what's happening.
It is. I mean, I can tell you the folks in BYD are probably smacking their lips.
Yes,
Sabagay.
yes.
Right? And that is not to put BYD down.
That's
It's,
true, that's true.
They're damn good cars. I took one coming here.
Okay.
But it is what it is. I mean,
Ramdam mo.
are we going to get into the whole? I will never understand how
That's
one man's
true, that's
decision just completely turned the world.
But we have to be prepared, di ba?
We
Parang
have
yan.
to. We have to. I would rather than prepared. I would rather we just put our foot down and say, why are we letting this
That's true.
goon
That's
do
true.
this to our planet?
Yes,
Right?
yes, yes.
And I'm glad more and more people are standing up to him. But we are where we are. We're the recipient of all of this, right?
In your family, kunyan, sa'yo na lang. So, paano bang pinaghandaan yan?
Oh, I told all the kids. I'm like, okay, so everybody now sleeps in one room.
Oh.
I mean,
galing.
magtitipid tayo.
Forward-looking. Okay.
We all sleep in one room. Manage your movements. Diba? I mean, it's good to see people, pero,
So, may
wag kayo
ganun na.
masyadong wanton with your, punta tayo dito, punta tayo doon, punta tayo doon. Hey, this is we're in an energy crisis.
So, pinaparamdam mo sa kanila?
We are.
Okay.
Just because
it starts with that.
Kuryente hasn't gone up yet. We are.
Yet.
Fuel has gone up.
Yeah.
Right? We haven't gone up because we still have reserves. And
yeah. But until when?
In fairness to MVP, one of the first things he told us is, how long can we not touch prices?
Wow.
He was asking, how are our reserves looking like? How are our shipments coming in looking like? Because we bought those pre-war prices, right?
Yeah.
So let's not
burden the people with that.
Hit the people.
Not yet.
Yes, which to me makes me wonder. Sorry, and I'm going to hit the petroleum companies.
That's true.
How in the hell did the gas that was in your storage on Monday night suddenly go up on Tuesday morning?
Grabe, no?
You already bought that.
Yeah.
You know that was sitting there in your tank.
Yeah.
Where do you get the wherewithal to increase the price overnight?
And data is, sabi nga, jumbo oil price hike up to 22.30 per liter on March 17. So, ano matataas at
yung
tataas
22.13 and 17, it's possible kasi binili na nila at the price after the war.
Yeah.
Diba? But I'm wondering why aren't they staggering that?
That's true. That's true. Ikaw, paano mo nararamdaman?
Oh, definitely, because I work in a gym. It's like people even showing up. They might cut their memberships because of, diba? It's a luxury to be even. It's not a necessity. So, syempre, you're cutting out your luxuries in life, diba?
No, everything's gonna get hit, right? Because petroleum.
Let's prepare the audience.
Petroleum will hit everything from the actual gas to the delivery of food to the delivery of goods, everything shipped. Diba?
Ramdam nyo na yan ngayon. Like kunyari SNR, kulang yung 5,000.
Noon pa kulang ang 5,000
Oo naman, pero
diba?
SNR pa. Pero, groceries, mahal.
Groceries. Look, diba? The things I learned from Landman, watching Landman. Look, oil is in everything that you use. Your cell phone case, your makeup.
That's true.
If the price of oil goes north of $100 a barrel, what do you think that's going to do to everything? Everything, right? So,
ayan, meron pang Iggy Talipapa si Father Manaling dyan na galing sa mga community, so pwedeng makatulong kasi mura pa. Pero, it's very specific things. Sabi nito, si Rafi Alunan's one of the sources. So, number one, big broom energy in government. Immediate, no PR stunt, clamp down on the trillion peso corruption buffet, and actual loot recovery. Then funnel that rescued bags straight to basic human security for the poorest. Tama naman, di ba?
Yeah. I mean, again, in fairness to, di ba, BBM, who I will openly say I did not vote for. But at the end of the day, he is the president.
Yeah.
If he does well, this country does well.
Yeah.
And if I'm in a position where I can work for his agenda, what was his agenda?
Yeah.
How do we give free electricity to the poorest of our countrymen? Of course, I will support that.
Yeah.
Right? So that's what we're doing now. Anyone below 50 watts na nasa 4-piece, libre. Pag below 100, 50% discount.
Okay.
Diba? So, you're absolutely right. Anything we recover from all of this mass systemic galactic theft,
that's true.
You should funnel it to the poorest of the poor.
How else can you do that? On that part. Ako nga, parang hot take, sabi ko nga, trim Senator Bato de la Rosa's salary kasi he's not naman reporting.
But he wants to use the Senate mansion to play golf.
Pero yun na nga. Parang, bigay naman na sa mga tao. So, office budget, reallocate for fuel subsidies for jeepneys.
Absolutely.
Bus, UV, trike drivers.
Absolutely.
Tapos ang natuwa ko,
minimize travel.
That's true. And may love bus na lalabas na libre daw. Did you have that during your time?
Yes, nabutan ko.
Meron pa, di ba?
Within Ateneo.
Tapos lalabas ng UP at yun, parang libre inside the campus. So, yun, tulong. Ano pa?
Hans, what would you say to your kids? Like, especially parang, I guess, pag post-college na, what would you say to them? Kasi, di ba, crisis, it's also a time to invest. It's also a time to look at, what would you be looking at?
Yeah, I feel the Atenean in me still doesn't sit well when my broker or my investment guy tells me, boss, now's the time to buy. Parang I almost feel opportunistic. But then sabi ko, teka muna, hindi naman ako nagbaba ng presyo ng stock niya, di ba? But if I buy it and then it goes up and then I unload it, parang for me, I start to consuelo myself na, hey, wait a minute, you're not stealing. It's not immoral.
Ni social sin.
Social sin. Now, what are you doing with the profit? That's the other, okay. Diba? So what would I tell my kids when they get out of college? I'm not waiting that long. So now pa lang, I'm already telling them, I'm like, look, I have worked in different companies where I have automated work. Right?
That's good.
And it's not because you will ever not be able to find a job, but remember that the work that you need to think about is something that, one, is irreplaceable or something you can substitute a human with a machine.
That's true.
Right? Number two, I put a challenge to them: leave this world a better place than when you came in.
That's true.
So think about what you do. Like, they see me, they know I've been corporate, but they know
practical.
My very reason for joining Meralco was, that there was a part of me that, and they see me. I'm in the office at 8 and I'm not home till 8.
At action man dyan, all the Orcom, mga ganyan, Redscom, lahat ng committee ng office ko, nandun yan, parang tagabuhat ng benches pag kailangan. And they see you doing that, no? As a leader, ikaw yung...
I mean, when I
you're
joined,
so hands-on.
When I joined the company, the first thing I asked was, get me in one of those trucks. I wanna know what the linemen do.
Ikaw yun eh.
Wow.
Ikaw yun eh.
Because I can't sit from an
That's
office
true.
and make decisions on people when I don't know what they're going through.
That's true.
Day in and day out. And that's our front line. That's Meralco eh. Not the building in Ortigas.
Right.
It's the one you see on your street, right? Now we're doing everything we can to make sure your power is reliable. Now we're trying to make it sustainable. But at the same time, anything happens, we should be there to fix it immediately. So,
cash, how liquid are you now?
Actually, very, because I sold everything in Subic.
So, gaano ka-importante yung cash hawak mo? At
I don't
gaano ka
recommend
kahigpit
it.
now?
I don't recommend
You
it.
don't also?
I don't recommend it.
Pero
I'm
matipid
liquid
ka ngayon.
I'm liquid by circumstance more than by choice.
Okay. Pero, matipid ka ngayon.
Matipid ako noon pa, Kurino.
Oo naman. Pero now, mas lalo na.
Yeah. I mean, mas lalo na because I just turned 52, man.
Sinabi niya talaga. Nakakainis ka naman, hindi ka mukhang
I look in the mirror and I think I have more years behind me than I do ahead of me. Realistically.
Okay.
In today's lifespan.
Okay.
Right?
Oo naman.
So, at some point, I don't think I'll ever stop working.
Yeah.
But at some point, I'm not going to be working this way, nor earning this way.
Totoo naman.
So, the last thing I want to do is be a burden to my children or to society.
Game. Sabi dito, cut the fluff, keep the function. So, kill non-essential spending. Have you already? Have you
non-essential spending?
Okay.
Yes.
Work from home when you can. Ganyan na ba kayo?
I question that because if you work from home, you're gonna be burning
okay.
energy pa din.
May kapalit.
Right? So you might have saved on your fuel. I agree.
Okay.
But if your idea of work from home is your aircon is running the whole day. Duh. Right now, kung kaya mo mag-work from home na naka-electric fan ka. Diba? Na hindi ka nag-grab food, na nagluluto ka. Diba? Kahit na Nissin's ramen lang yan. Pero yung work from home mo na po siya naka-on yung aircon mo, nag-grab ka.
Kailangan din.
Sandali lang. Diba? Sino niloloko mo? Sarili mo lang.
Zoom instead of traffic?
Yes.
You see yourself doing like online
meetings? We tell everyone already, look, if you can help not going to meet people face to face and do everything from Microsoft Teams, then do it. Right?
Paano yan Zumba? Parang ganyan mga ngayon sa gym.
That's tough. Actually, that's tough. I mean, until we can AI a coach, then I guess that's the energy exchange there.
Ito, ginagawa niya, walk more, get healthy for free. So, mahirap sa'yo kasi yun yung business,
walk more, get healthy for free. And until we can create a treadmill that generates energy for Meralco,
Isa kasi sinabi, intermittent fasting, tipid daw yun. Home workouts.
Yes. YouTube.
Yep.
Diyan ako nabuhay sa pandemya, di ba?
Food delivery. Food delivery ba less or parang less costly? Is it?
Compared to what? Like
ikaw-
compared to going out, maybe, but pwede kayong magluto.
Yeah, pwede ka magluto eh.
Okay. So it's that. Next, share the surplus, no cap. If you have extra cash, clothes, food, pass it on. Have you like
You
done
should
it?
pay it forward.
Yun nga eh. Yun, isa sa
Absolutely.
mga community care, performative versus performative posting. Yung iba kasi for social media lang lahat. So, declutter yung kailangan nyo, yung hindi nyo kailangan bigay sa mga tao. You
Well,
see
as a
that
matter of
happening.
practice, hindi naman pag-crisis lang eh.
That's true.
You should purge.
That's true.
Every so often, right?
That's true.
You can't take it with you.
Yeah.
Wherever you go,
Yeah.
regardless of which God you believe in, you can't
That's
take it
true.
with you.
Garage sale ka na lang.
Diba?
Some other measures, practical measures ngayon. Yan ang tipid tips.
Practical measures, take a
No.
look at your weekly schedule.
Yeah.
Like school is unavoidable if they have to go to school. Pero for those of us that manage your trips, like if the car's going out to take somebody to school,
Yeah.
sumabay ka na.
That's true.
If you have to run an errand, hindi yung hintayin mo pang bumalik, lalabas ka pa.
Yeah.
Di ba? And depending on where your errands are, kaya mo man lakarin. Right? I mean, I live in the Ortigas area. For the most part, I walk.
That's lapit lang, no?
Pre-war, I would walk because the traffic's horrible.
Yeah, that's
Right?
true.
I mean, I live down the street from Meralco. I do
7:30
walk.
klase na Ateneo dati. Anong ginagawa mo? Did you commute?
No.
Hindi.
No. Because in fairness to my mother, may company car siya. Sumasabay siya sa
Lahat.
daddy ko to go to work.
Okay.
Sa akin niya pinamaneho yung company car niya.
Okay.
And then sinabi niya, tanungin mo I have a younger brother kasi
Okay.
8 years younger than me. So college, grade school. Hanap ka ng
Sama-sama.
mga 5 o 6 na batang nakatira sa St.
Carpool.
Ignatius, Blue Ridge, Acropolis.
Galing.
Mag-carpool ka.
So dati pa lang sanay ka na doon.
So I basically provided, I think back then, ang school bus, 1 month was 750.
Yes.
Di ba? So ang singil ko, 500.
I'm just imagining this college guy going up to grade school kids saka nakatira. Hatid na kita pa uwi.
Yung anak ko.
Oh, okay.
Yung
That makes more sense.
Yung kapatid ko. Maghanap ka ng barkada na live within our vicinity. Sabihin mo sa kanila, whatever they're paying in school bus, mas mura tayo.
That's your allowance now.
Mas mura tayo.
I love it. Oh, that's very industrial.
Aircon pa yung kotse.
Ayun na nga, aircon. Paano ngayon? May rule ka sa bahay? Ngayon.
Turn it on before you sleep
Okay.
and turn it off once you're awake. Hindi yung
The whole time it's
the whole time it's running. Diba?
Okay.
Ngayon, kung naka-solar ka, kung kaya mo, di ba? Pero sa akin kasi, even if you're on solar, the less you consume, the more you give back to the grid.
That's true. That's true.
Right? And to a certain degree, that's energy supply.
Paano kayo
So you-
naapektuhan ng Meralco dun sa solar shift to solar?
Okay, it does take away from
That's true.
from us,
Yes,
right?
yes.
But at the same time,
looking at the big picture.
big picture, what we're trying to do is, hey, you know what? We're trying to get into that.
That's true.
Because what we
That's
want to propose is we will install, we will help you maintain. Kami din naman kakabit sa grid namin, di ba?
Correct, correct.
And there's a thing called net metering where anything you generate in
good.
excess goes back to the grid.
That's great.
So for you, bababa talaga yung bill mo.
Yeah.
In some cases, net zero ka pa nga eh.
Yeah.
Kasi yung binenta mo back to us, we pay you. We give you credit, right? So more and more, I would highly recommend because you're future-proofing your house.
Tama yan. Pero bakit hindi pa naging national policy, Hans? Like if that would like
It would be wonderful. The problem is, I mean, they keep saying Meralco is the monopoly. We're not, huh?
Okay.
We only have 8 million customers out of
Okay.
110.
Okay.
We only operate from Cavite to Bulacan.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're the biggest in terms of footprint. But there's a lot of people out there that run cooperatives for power in Batangas, diba? The Aboitises run it, San Miguel runs it. So I would highly recommend, right, seriously look into solar,
That's
alternative forms of energy. What we're trying to do is minimize the cash outlay to the customer.
That's true. Na hindi mararamdaman
We'll
ng
just
mga
get it
tao,
back from
no?
your savings, right? So we're pushing that.
Okay.
Because in fairness, say what you will about him. I mean, MVP at the heart of it all, when you talk to him, he is really concerned about the Filipino.
That's true.
It really resonates with him.
That's true. Ay, galing din
I mean, the guy's a
doon.
billionaire, sure, but he worked for it.
That's
But when
true.
you think about it, he's not looking at what more can we buy? What more can we earn? Of course, that's there. We're businessmen. Pero he really does have the heart of the Filipino. I see it.
Paano ma-ease yung hirap, di ba?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes. I mean, our first meeting last Monday when we all, diba, how do we protect the consumer from all of this?
Ako pwede for a short time.
For a short time.
That's true, yeah.
For a short time. We will use up all our reserves,
That's
fine.
true,
And
that's
then, but hey, we
true.
still have to buy, right? Now, I would love for maybe government agencies to order a price freeze.
I know. Excise
Diba?
taxes.
Parang stop muna.
Yeah.
Diba?
Pero, will we go back to our COVID days, you think?
In terms of what?
Like in terms of people not going out of the house or like
Hindi, people not going out of the house then was because nakakahawa ka
Oo nga, pero ito parang
Diba?
control yung mobility.
I should hope so. I think people can and should practice that, and I hope they practice it long after this war is over,
That's true.
right? Because we're a little too
Oh,
relaxed.
now, I'll throw that question to you. Paano yung creative? It's like, live events attendance, theater.
Oh, that's
yung
tough.
mga
That's
ganyan,
always tough.
maapektuhan
I think
yan.
nung COVID and parang yung post-COVID theater era is very different than before because of the
Parang in-embrace ang mga tao yung
Yeah.
theater kasi na-miss nila yung live
there was a demand
performances.
for
Pero
sure.
ngayon, kung
Parang ngayon kakabalik pa nga lang Parang it's still building up
It's
pa
so
lang
active,
So kung magkaroon
pero-
ulit ng break, it's gonna be tough for everyone, I think.
Hence months na sa tingin mo mangyayari to. Unless a big person like say, tama na yung gera.
Yeah,
Mahaba to.
I hope nothing longer than 2 months.
Oh my God.
I mean, because at the end of
So
the
we're
day,
ready for 2 months. At least kaya pa natin.
for the most part, we're cutting it thin. But yeah, I think we can weather. We should be able to weather about 4 to 8 weeks of this. Right
Okay.
now, at the end of the day, the big orange POS that started all of this.
Yes.
Let's not kid ourselves. It's about greed.
Yeah, that's true.
Right? He's after something now. Will he
Penalize
get it?
them.
Does he,
Parang,
will he
yeah,
get it?
that's-
Will they bow down and give it to him?
That's true.
I don't know. Because he's just using might to get what he wants.
That's true.
Right? Venezuela,
Yeah.
don't kid yourself. They have oil.
Yeah.
That's why
Yeah.
he went after Maduro, right? This
Yeah.
one, it's oil. And now, the problem is now, the people he went after are striking back.
Yeah.
Exactly where it hurts. Talaga? We'll close the shipping lane.
Grabe, no?
Aber, tignan natin. Tayo, like, honestly, what we're looking at is, heck, what can we get from Asia that doesn't have to pass through that Middle Eastern shipping lane?
True. That's
Right?
true.
Because the closer it is, the less, and maybe we need to wake up and not be too dependent on what we're getting.
Also, no?
Diba?
Yes.
So, in a way,
At meron naman tayong iba dyan na
we should be
pagkukuhanin
able
sa
to get it,
publicity, yeah.
right? We should be able to get it. So,
Yeah.
but it's pushing us to really think of alternative ways.
And in our shores also, yun kanya, zero tolerance for mga abusers also. Ano, yung mga nagtataas ng presyo. Sabi mo nga na, wala
dapat
pa,
ganun.
di ba?
Dapat
Ganun
binabalita
eh.
agad yan eh. Parang,
Name and shame.
Yes,
That's
yes.
very hands. Yun sasabihin, okay ka na hiyain yung mga yan.
ay, oo. Oo. Oo.
Okay.
I'm a very
Zero
pragmatic.
tolerance for price goblins, mga ganyan.
Oh.
Abusive fuel hoarders.
I mean, I know maybe some of your listeners will not like this.
Yeah.
Hindi lang ikaw papahiyain ko, dadamay ko pamilya mo. Seryoso. Di ba?
So,
kasi
audit, penalize.
yung ibang tao manhid na sa batikos eh. Pero pag tinignan sila ng anak nila, Daddy, pinag-iinitan na ako sa eskwela.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Matauhan sana tatay mo or nanay mo.
So, abot tayo doon. Tapos ngayon pa, yun wala pang nakukulong din sa
Ni isa.
I wonder if that happens in Ateneo, if they're starting to shame their classmates and stuff.
Parang wala pa rin eh. Hindi pa. At sasabihin na okay, maging makatao.
Hindi, alam mo, sorry
Okay,
kasi
yeah, go,
we've
go,
hid
go, go.
behind that wag mong idamay yung pamilya ko for too long.
That's true. That's
Right?
true.
But let's face it, that's where it hurts the most eh.
yeah.
Is pag pati yung pamilya mo nadamay na.
Kasi
Sa katarantaduhan
modeling
mo.
eh. That's true.
Huwag natin kalimutan. You know, masyado tayo madrama. Matelenovela tayo masyado eh.
Yeah.
Miyak yung asawa. Alam mo, sisi mo yung asawa mo. Siya yung gumawa ng katarantaduhan kaya kayo nadamay eh.
Kasi umabuso
We have
ka
to get a
naman
little
eh.
bit more
Oo,
ruthless. Masyado tayo mabait eh. Sorry to say
And being proper.
this whole masyado tayo, we're the most Catholic nation in Asia. Really, where has that gotten us? I know I'm gonna polarize your listeners. Really. But where has that gotten us?
Yeah.
Right?
Lalo
It hasn't.
na kung brazen talaga yung pang-aabuso.
Harap-harapan na nagnanakawan.
Yeah.
Diba? Tapos pray and forgive. Sige, forgive, but demand.
Yeah.
But punish.
Yeah.
Diba?
Pero bakit nga hindi natin mapin down yung mga yan? Or napagod na rin tayo to demand?
Sa akin kasi, the dominoes will fall eh. You hang one.
That's true. Lahat
you scare 10.
That's true.
Maybe. Diba? But you have to hang one.
Oh.
Sana.
Diba?
Kasi may nexus. Hanggang saan tayo madadala ng dasal? And parang people will say, yun na nga, spiritual guidance, pray, faith,
Look, I have nothing against prayer, really. But if that's the only thing you're doing,
meditate.
Diba? If we're not actually pushing the wheels of justice, we're not actually holding people accountable, shaming them publicly, I'm sorry to say, aanhin mo yung dasal mo.
Kung walang resulta.
Hanggang dasal ka lang eh. Diba?
And people are asking for that. And parang, parang na-dissipate, nawala yung, or napagod yung mga tao.
Napagod yung mga to. You know why?
Kasi
Because
walang resulta?
Wala pang nangyayari.
So Lord help us and then tama na. Parang gano'n. Or meron naman pero brewing naghahanap pa ng mas malaking scandal.
I think it's getting to the point where alam mo, wala namang mangyayari dyan. Doon na lang sa sphere of influence ko kung saan ako pwedeng maka-effect ng real change.
That's true.
So wala na ako tayo magagawa sa gobyerno. Pero, diba? That's true. I'll protect my own. Yun yung problema. I'll just protect my own. Kasi I cannot rely on you eh. I cannot rely on the government. I cannot rely on the...
So hindi passive yung kunyari yung mga tao, but it is more, wala na akong magagawa sa mas malaking sistema dito.
I will control what I can control na lang. Right? Kung kaya kong tumulong sa komunidad ko,
gagawin ko.
Tutulungan ko na lang sila. Hindi na ako asa dyan sa mga yan. Wala. Ang sa akin lang, huwag niyo akong pakialaman. Kasi wala naman kayong pakinabang dito eh. Di ba? Wala kayong ambag dito eh.
That's true.
So tutulungan ko na lang yung kaya kong tulungan. I will admit, I'm starting to fall into that hole. Right? I look at my health, my staff. Lahat ng mga anak nyo, sagot ko yan. Right? Lahat ng mga kamag-anak nyo, may kailangan hospital sagot ko yan. Where I can control, where I can help, sagot ko yan. Diba?
Pero dyan sa inyo, ayaw nyo yan? Ginusto nyo yan?
Pero hanggang doon na lang. Diba? May lalapit sa akin, my God, sorry na lang. Diba? Pero, Seka, sino yung binoto mo?
Kasi ginusto nyo yan.
Doon ka humingi ng tulong. Huwag mo lalapitan. Kasi when we were trying to educate you, ikaw pa yung mas mayabang sa ewan, di ba? So, sorry. Now, I know it sounds really harsh.
That's true.
But my resources are finite, so I will help who I can while still providing for my family. Di ba? Now, pagdating ko sa langit, assuming doon ako pumunta, pag tinanong ako, but why couldn't you help more? O di sige, managot na ako sa'yo. Namili ako eh.
At ito naman yung resulta.
Ito na lang. I'm not going to say I did all of this so I deserve to be here. I did what I could.
Isang buntong hininga. Tony ko naman.
I think, the private sector probably feels this is like what the feelings of the private sector. Kasi parang, di ba, kahit kami fitness, I'm helping people get healthier. But it's like, how much more can I do? I gotta stay in your lane then. And I guess it kind of sucks to think that way. Because syempre, you want to do more. And you mentioned MVP. It's like, of course you want to do more. But with what we're given, it's kind of hard.
Yeah.
So I guess that my generation probably feels the same way.
Doon ko rin nilalabas, Noel. Paano ko alagaan yung 6,000 empleyado ng Meralco? Na alam kong umaalaga sa mga kababayan natin. Di ba? So in my own way, treat them right, treat them fair, provide a conducive work environment, paano natin sila tutulungan, all the programs we have. And then beyond that, how do I help other people through Meralco, di ba? Meralco Foundation, ganito, ganyan. Meron naman eh. There are a lot of people that want to help. But yun nga, the bigger you take it, maraming nakikisaw-saw na iba na yung pakay eh.
At credit, grabe. Hindi mong kailangan nandun yung mga pangalan nila nakabida. So what's the best advice you can give people now to prepare for this crisis?
Man, hunker down, really. Take a look at how you're living your life.
That's true.
Right? I'm not saying be a monk, be a hermit. Diba? Take a vow of poverty. But we're up for tough times ahead. We are really up for tough times ahead. We don't know who the next president is going to be. God forbid it's the daughter. Sorry. Right? Because that's gonna that's gonna take us back, even worse than where we are now. Right? So really, you better start putting foundations in there for how to insulate yourself.
Sinabi niya talaga, no? Parang, sinabi ko kay Ton kanina, we're so polarized.
Yeah.
We're really so polarized. How do we
No,
bring them there?
I was kakamping all the way. I was devastated when BBM won. But we have who we have now, right? He's not perfect. Ang dami niyang. I'm not campaigning for him. But I see where work is working.
Or where we should bring the country
I choose
now.
to focus on.
That's true, yeah.
I mean, if you ask me, this trip is ill-timed.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Where he is, it's a little ill-timed. But let's help where we can. Right?
Let's go to the more hopeful scenario. We admire those people in the LGUs, no? They're the ones
Absolutely.
stepping up, no?
Yan ang salt of the earth mo. Yan ang real hero.
Kasi bata. Siguro yung iba pa,
Maybe.
yung hindi pa sa sarili, yung beyond themselves may nakikita. So,
Yeah.
ano pa? Saan pa nakakita ng ganong hope na, pwede yan yung supportahan? Ay, well, those people, those efforts na talagang, maayos yan. Yung parang, ito Hans, naramdaman mo to, walang synergy yung mga bagay-bagay. So, kunyari water, ang dami-daming iba't ibang ahensya ng tubig. Parang pati naman sa inyo, di ba, sa electricity, na dapat magkita-kita at gumawa ng isang buong agenda. Do you have a hard time like bringing people together in one group chat?
What, for the energy sector?
Sa energy sector.
You know, ironically, when you see them, magkakaibigan sila lahat eh.
Pero hindi sila
No, si MBB, si RSA, diba?
Do you have collabs, diba? Yung mga roads and all.
We do. We try to do what we can for the nation.
Okay. Pero sino dapat yung kumumpas? Tingin mo?
Well, in an ideal world, right? You have a service-oriented government that wants to do the most for the people.
That's true.
I see it in pockets. Hindi ko sila lalahatin.
At private sector yung gumagawa.
I see it in pockets. But yes, our partnership with the DOE, I am amazed. I mean, the DOE is extremely helpful with us. Na parang, what more can you do for the country? What more can you do for our energy sector, diba? So, I'm encouraged. Because we're all human beings. If I see na gaguhan lang to, I wouldn't be this encouraged and motivated. But I see it.
Okay.
I wish may
I think
ganyan
may pockets
din.
of hope yun.
Yun nga,
diba?
I wish may ganyan din sa iba.
Yeah.
But
artists, for example, ang lakas ng theater community, the artist community na pwede magsama-sama to do something. Saan pa? Yung parang pockets of hope na pwedeng, okay.
What about for alternative energy? Do they what's the hope for? Then what's the next big thing in alternative energy?
Huge. I mean, I'm not hard selling, right? But we've gone live with a solar farm the size of Pasig that we built in Nueva Ecija.
Yep.
And we are trying to make solar more affordable, particularly in agri.
Good.
So we're putting yung mga water filtration na solar powered because the farmers don't always have electricity out in the field, right? So we're trying to do something like that. And you asking me where else, I would really love some great messiah to do that for agri. We need that eh.
Oo eh. Kasi agricultural country. At una, I know of a politician wanting to hoard 300, thousands pa na sacks of rice now. Kasi alam niyo, magkakaroon ng shortage yan eventually. No?
And then what? Sell it at a premium? Yan yung binibitay dapat.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yan yung dapat binibitay. The usurping and
piniperahan lang tayo.
Diba? Taking advantage of, that's food.
So, yun, kailangan ngayon pa lang, di ba? Okay, it's that. I'll throw in a name. Sorry, Leandro Laviste, kumusta? With the energy?
We have nothing to do with him.
So wala niya.
So our name got dry. We initially partnered with him.
Yeah.
But I think we eventually divested and bought his share so that he could do his own thing. And we could do ours.
Isang tao, di ba?
So we have successfully cut any ties. So he's got his own agenda. He can do what he wants. Just we have our own, and
So really the lack of synergy in sectors na dapat nagkikita-kita. Ideally, what else? What other efforts?
Ooh, wow.
Para communications din, no? To tell the people, no, kalma lang kasi ito yung gagawin.
What would you say
no?
to yung mga nagpa-panic right now in their houses with the energy?
Well, it's easy kasi to say don't panic.
Yeah.
And then you have a politician that's brazenly going to look to make a buck. Right? But I think I will remind folks, and I will remind myself, this isn't the first crisis we've been through.
That's true.
We know what will get us through and what we shouldn't do. The hoarding, that's not gonna get you anywhere. And really, it's 2026. Parang sarili mo pa ba yung iniisip mo pa din? Pwede ba?
Correct.
Diba? Now, you're not gonna save the world, but if you can help 10 people in your immediate circle that do not have as much as you,
yun na talaga.
and if everybody thinks like that, dun pa lang eh. Let's do it small.
That's true.
Pick 10 people you know that need help. Dun lang. Right? I'm sure God is a forgiving God. He's not gonna judge you for the 100 you didn't help, and but you help 10. Help 10, and if you can do that, and everybody can do that, it's exponential. But we've been through this before. Remember how we got through this before? Together.
That's true.
Right? Never alone. So, yeah, remember that. Wag naman tayo short memory masyado.
Totoo rin naman. Nakaya naman natin. Pero yun nga,
yeah.
We're just so fragmented now na tipong sana there's some healing somewhere na tipong, tama na muna, isang tabi muna yan. Let's act together sa news.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yun eh. And then, despite all these, what is there to be proud sa pagiging Pinoy ngayon?
What is there to be proud of?
Yeah. At this point.
No, I mean, I still think we have some of the brightest minds in this country. Right?
Na? Okay, how can we utilize
how do you just harness it?
Yeah.
Diba? The sad part is, ang galing natin magpalusot eh.
Totoo yan.
Right? But why can't we use that same abilidad to think of ways to help other folks?
That plus yung taking people to account. Ako yun talaga.
Yun eh. That is the black eye. Really, we don't hold people accountable.
Paano gagawin sa HR yun? Yung tipong own up the mistakes. Parang bakit ang hirap-hirap nating umamin na mali?
Well, I don't talk in third person. The honorable ganito, Mr.
True.
Chair. I'm in private enterprise. We can talk in a room.
Okay.
I will not humiliate you publicly, right? But when we talk privately, I will tell you to your face, what the hell were you thinking? And you need to pay the price for the decision you made.
30 plus million people, how do you say that?
30 million? 30. Lang? You mean 110?
Hindi yung bumoto. Okay. So, paano?
Hindi. 30 million yung bumoto, di ba? 110 million yung nadamay.
Nadamay. Okay. So, paano? Paano masasabihin niya? Na tipong, mayos naman kayo.
Hindi. Ang tanong ko na lang kasi is every time you think of bakit mo iboboto yan, di ba?
Pakinabang mo yung iisip.
Giginhawa ba buhay mo?
That's it.
Hindi yung kasi mabait, kasi na ganyan, kasi ganyan. Kasi kung mabait yan, hindi nagnakaw yan eh.
Totoo yan.
Diba? And sana naman tayo, matuto na naman tayo, diba? I mean, I have talked to people who have genuinely said, I had hoped for the best nung binoto ko si ganito. Halfway into the term, nakikita ko talaga wala nangyayari.
Correct.
Diba? Yung humility, hindi false humility. Yung humility na, in fairness, ang taas ng pangarap ko sana eh.
Totoo.
Hindi nangyari.
At pinag-away-away pa tayo, di ba?
Ano pa ang pwede nating gawin? Wag naman yung more of the same.
That's true.
Hindi tayo natututo eh.
That's true.
Di ba? I'll ask you, after every president's term, guminhawa ba buhay mo? Nakita mo bang umunlad yung bansa? Legitimately, hindi lang yung gumanda yung proseso sa LTO. Yun lang yung... Yun lang after 6 years.
Or
diba?
at bumuti ba tayong tao?
Bumuti ba tayong tao?
Na-inspire ba tayo bilang tao?
You know what's ironic? Ako my biggest pain. Pag tinignan, napaka colonial mentality talaga natin. It's so ironic. That man in the north, in North America, unleashed the ugliest side of his people. Here, it was the same.
That's true.
One person unleashed the dark,
Pero it's
ugly
a guy,
side.
ha? A lot of Filipinos supported that guy in the States.
They did.
Yeah, a lot.
And nung kinatok sila ng ICE,
Yan na nga.
oh, suporta pa ba kayo?
Hindi pala.
Pero
Diba?
may ganun pa rin. Meron
Pag
pa rin,
dinedeport ka,
ha?
kahit na green card holder ka na, ano, yan pa rin pa ba suporta mo? O ngayon, magkano na itlog? Magkano na gas? Yan ba yung sinusuportahan mo? I mean, the problem is people stick to their guns eh. I don't know at what point in history people stopped raising their hand and saying, I was wrong.
That's true.
And now they double down. And it's everywhere. Right? The guy that said something sexist, double down.
That's
Not a
true.
sorry, double down.
That's true.
They say something idiotic, they do something, double down. When did that happen?
At hindi maamin na may mali. Kaya
Yes.
hindi na itatama. Yun
When
yung
the hell
problema.
did we cross into that point of history where hindi na uso sorry?
That's true.
Ngayon it's gaslight, mansplain, di ba?
Totoo
Take
yun.
attention away, double down. When did that happen?
And a lot of diversionary tactics na, ano?
Oo.
My God.
Tsaka yung I love the term, what about ism?
Yes.
The focus is on you, but your only answer to me is, what about si ganyan? What about si ganyan? No, 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 no.
Damay na tayo.
But you still have to answer for what you did.
That's true. That's true.
Right? And that to me, like, in my own way, when
Pero
we
bakit
have...
hindi natin nasusustain yan? Parang ganun. Walang rigor or babalik kasi sa atin? Babalik sa ibang mga tao?
Noel, here's my opinion.
Yeah, go.
My hypothesis. In the same way that I say, bitayin mo yung isa kung hindi matakot yung 10.
That's very
If you have an honest to God leader that will come forward and say,
Okay.
I was wrong and I'm going to work to make it right.
Yeah. Yeah.
For me personally, I think you need one to start it.
Yeah. That's true.
Right? We lie. We don't see that.
Okay, wrap up tayo. Patapos na tayo. Tony, ikaw, ano yung ambag mo?
Oh,
Into all
man.
these. Okay.
Ang bag ko is to tell all of you fresh grads, mag-apply kayo sa Meralco. Seems like a great company. The HR is great. No, my brother worked at Meralco, so I know that it's actually, and we have lots of folks that work there in our gym. So, yeah, you know what? I think it's important to choose the right company. I was telling the students that were here earlier today, you know, if I were to give advice to myself as a student, it's ganun din. I guess it's not be too loyal, but also find what's right for you.
Yes.
Because it might be something is for someone else, but it's not for
Amen.
you. You know, ad agency life in my world was parang backup plan for a lot of people kasi nakakatakot siya. But there are a lot of people who do really well and are built for that. So you have to find what's for you, I guess. And
Ganun yata,
in this
look
world,
for those pockets of hope to support. Parang ako yan, meron naman eh.
Yeah. I think
Meron naman.
I will add this dahil nasa Ateneo tayo at Atenista tayo. Right? Look for a place where you can thrive and grow. And let's not BS anyone. Where you can provide. Because economics will always be there. But you have to take a look at the values of the company, the organization that you join, and the leaders that you follow. Kasi, alam mo, if that goes out the window, ba't pa tayo Atenista?
So ano yung bag mo ngayon, Hans? Sa lahat ng ito?
Alam mo, ang hambag ko, my gosh, kung saan ako pwedeng makakatulong.
Lagi naman ganyan.
And in this case, biniyayaan ako ng oportunidad na hindi lang yung empleyado ko yung tinutulungan ko, pero yung mga customer namin, you know, sa aming prangkisa. If it means me training and treating my employees who serve you better, right? In our customer service group, I always tell them, ikaw ba matutuwa doon sa serbisyong binigay mo? Kasi kung ang sagot ay hindi, alam mo hindi mo ginawa yung tama. So put yourself in the shoes of our customer every single day. That's your why. Right? Tulungan mo sila.
But
Tulungan
why
natin
are you
sila.
so averse, kahit nung estudyante ka pa, to be in government? In the student council, you're just supporting all of us. Pero wala, parang you're in the sidelines. You don't see yourself there in any leadership position?
Bro, as a 21-year-old, that's different.
Okay.
I will tell you now, if my government called on me to serve, I probably would.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
What I don't have the stomach
But you don't
for.
like politics.
No, I don't have the
Oo nga
stomach
eh.
for campaigning.
That's true. That's true.
Right? I have every intention at my retirement
To help.
to throw my name in the hat,
Yeah.
put me to work.
Yeah.
I would love to serve
Yeah.
the people,
No campaigns.
but I don't want to make
election.
promises to people who will then question my principles.
No, kasi nung bata ka pa
Give me a
ganyan ka naman
directive
na,
to
yeah,
fix
it's
something,
true.
I will fix it.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? Kung may masasagasaan akong kingpin, please get my back.
Okay.
But I will do what I will be tasked to do.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem serving at all.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I, you know,
But you can't play politics. You can like not campaign.
I can't do that.
Yun nga,
I don't have the stomach for that. Look, during the Duterte administration, when I was living in Subic, I was being asked if I wanted to work in SBMA, which is a presidentially appointed role. And believe me, I struggled with it because of who the president was. But then again, I said, but it is
Kung
an
service,
opportunity
diba? You have to serve, yeah.
to serve, eh.
Yeah.
Right? Does that make you pro? No, it does not. But I will also question everybody out there. You need to get past the individual
That's
personalities.
true. That's true.
If you have an opportunity to serve, regardless of who's sitting there,
Yeah, yeah,
then you should serve. As an Atenean, I will call out ang Atenean more.
yeah.
Diba? We're supposed to be men and women for others.
True,
Diba?
that's true.
So, get past the pride, get past the personality, get past the ego. If you have an opportunity to help another human being or multitudes of human beings,
Just serve.
how dare you walk away from that?
Just serve. But
Yes.
we just had Mike
Don't.
Alimurong.
Yeah.
You know him, di ba?
Yes, yes.
Pero ayaw niya talagang tumatakbo for position. Ayaw niya talaga yung elective position. May ganyan.
Mahirap. Mahirap. I don't have the capital for it. Are you kidding me?
That's true then. Well,
Right?
because the whole system encourages that
Right.
too.
I don't have that.
Oh,
Right?
so hindi na naalis yung ganung patronage politics.
No,
Yeah.
no. But if called upon to serve, to the best of my God-given ability, I will do what I can.
Or we're not prepared. Generally, hindi tayo hinanda para magkaroon ng tibay ng loob to play that game.
Yes. And in many ways, I still have that naivety sometimes. I walk into something where trabaho lang.
Na mabuting tao lahat.
And then
Hindi pa, di ba,
I get
ganyan
pulled
eh.
aside and they're like,
That's
no, you
true.
have to understand
Dito
the
siya
agendas at
nanggagaling.
work here.
Yeah, that's true.
And I'm like, but that's so self-serving.
That's true.
Right? But there are people out there. There really are.
Yun, no? Yung wala sa hinagap ng pagkakilala natin sa kabutihan ng tao.
Hindi, pero
na may
Noel,
ganun.
ako ang challenge ko eh. Alam naman natin may taong ganyan eh. So
That's
ano?
true.
Panalo
Tatahimik
sila?
tayo? Oo nga, that's true.
Titiklop ka?
Lalaban ka.
Di ba? Or
Yeah.
are you gonna do what you can?
That's true.
Di ba? Sayang eh.
Kung may mga away sa'yo, si Hans yung taga-ano mo.
Papapatay ko yung kuryente nila.
But thank you. Jojo, are you there? Jo, nandyan ka? Pakilabas yung cake dito sa taong to kasi
Naka!
we're celebrating his birthday. Yun nga eh, parang every year na lang Hans. And well, we had this happy birthday ni Gabe Mercado. Kasi sabi namin, pag December ka sinisilang, parang hindi na
natatabu
nasama siya
siya.
doon. Pero siya, kasi kala ko Feb 29 ka talaga or Feb 20.
Hindi, Feb 28 ako.
28
Kaya
talaga.
ako kulang-kulang.
Kasi yun, mga tao. So, hindi na sa-celebrate yung birthday niya, but Hans, okay. Probably not a hope for just you, but for the country. So, okay, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Renzo.
Wow.
Say your wish for the country.
I wish for the war to end so that we can get back to taking care of our folks.
Walang panalo, di ba?
Yun lang.
That's true.
I mean, it's so beauty pageant, world peace.
Oo nga,
But I
pero
never thought
totoo
I'd
yun
actually
eh.
say,
Totoo eh.
Totoo
yes.
eh. At
Diba?
ramdam natin, di ba?
World peace.
Totoo
Diba?
yan. Totoo
Peace lang.
yan.
So,
Okay.
ayun.
Happy birthday.
And my wish is pakibigay to for everyone.
Yeah. Wow, ang iyo sweets.
Yun.
Ayaw nila tumaba.
Correct.
Okay.
Oh,
Pero may
thank
buhok
you.
ka ngayon. Sabi na naman, Noel, parang ang bata ko dyan sa picture. Oo nga eh.
Oo nga. Yung picture na ginamit niya.
It's a throwback picture.
Pero maayos
Super.
kayo. But you're all grown up pa rin.
Super, man.
All grown up pa rin. It's nice that we're still looking at the good society. And we're all like working for that.
Well,
In
what's the
our
alternative,
own
di ba?
way.
We quit? We throw in the
Totoo
towel?
yun. Totoong
We let them
hindi.
win?
Suko na.
No
Hindi
way.
dapat.
Hindi pwede.
No way.
Hindi
No way.
dapat.
No way.
Pero paghihirapan natin to.
Oh, hindi. It's not gonna be easy.
Paghihirapan natin to.
It's not gonna be easy.
I
right?
know. 2
If it
months?
were
You
easy,
said 2 months? The next 2 months will be so challenging.
Yeah. I hope and pray that we resolve it
Soonest.
Soon.
Sana 1 month lang or less.
Yes, quick, sooner rather than later.
And people standing up for it, for what they believe in,
Oo.
na tama, na dapat. So, ang sorry Jesuits, hindi lang dasal.
Hindi lang.
Sabi natin dati sa Channel 5, hindi lang dasal, action.
Action.
Hindi salita, action.
Well, I always thought the Jesuits were doers more than they were. I mean, they're the rebels of the Catholic world, right? So now more than ever,
action.
please.
Kailangan.
Blow your candle, then happy birthday, Hans. We celebrated na every
From a pandemic practice.
Yeah. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you,
Thank you, Hans. You're family. And
Yes.
we have like
Good to be home. Good to be home.
Para lang tayo nag-usap na ganito. Ganito kami nag-usap sa palay ko nung nandito na kami.
Oh, nga, no. My gosh.
And that's it.
30 years ago, bro.
Leveling up. And then hanggang grand finals. Hanggang pagtanda.
Oh.
Yun. Salamat, Ton. Salamat.
Thank you
I'm
for
sure
having
you learned a
me.
lot.
Thank you so much. Yes, definitely.
And feel good
At
na
ikaw,
pwede
may
pa
wish
tayo
ako for you. You keep
Yeah.
your health, please.
That's true. Checking it. I have my my gadget there.
Diba, mga wearables?
Sleep. Yung sleep din. Kailangan matulog ng maayos.
Makikita niyo si Sir Noel sa gym ko.
Sana yun. Kailangan yun.
Yes.
Maraming salamat. You have to be well because mas mahaba pa yung harap.
Look after yourselves and each other.
Maraming salamat. Continue leveling up. We'll see you next week. Although next Friday will be holiday daw. It will fit here, no?
Start Ramadan.
And then the next week, we'll have one last episode before the Holy Week. Maraming salamat. Thank you very much.
When we talk, sing, act, we always level up. When we write, teach or serve, you know we level up. We live, we love, we learn. And right here, right now, with Noel Ferrer, we're gonna level up. Dream big, work hard, love lives. Yeah, we level up with excellence, integrity, goodwill. Yeah, we live life with all caps. Lead, pray, love, and give back. Right here with Noel Ferrer. Yeah, we level up. Level up right here with Noel Ferrer. Yeah, we level up.
Mga Katipuneros, it's time to level up. Your talk variety program showcasing the best in media and other fields. As we feature the most loved personalities and the best practices of what we truly refer to as Magis. Together with multi-awarded multimedia guru Mr. Noel Ferrer, let's all level up every Friday from 3 to 6 p.m. here on Radyo Katipunan 87.9 FM.